if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Happy Friday. Once again, we're back for the topics of the week. We have a lot to go through, guys. There's tons to go through for this week. If I am a little bit woozy, I would say it's because I'm under the weather right now. I got sinuses, stuffy nose, mucus buildup, all sorts of things. It's that time of the year, when it happens, So, yeah, I felt like shit yesterday, and today I'm a little bit better. I have sinuses, so if I sound weird, it's because of that, guys. Just letting you know, because I might not sound clear today because I'm a little bit under the weather. But the show will continue as usual. Same time, same place. We usually do this every week, guys. Every week. I would love it if you guys could also, if you're new here to this channel itself and you want to check out what it's all about, we have a lot of entertainment, pulp culture, gaming, movies, TV shows. We talk about different things in different subjects here and there. We try to use our common sense here and some critical thinking as well to try out and speculate, and just give our own opinions, but also try to be as reasonable as possible. We want to be fair, but we also want to be truthful at the same time, here as well. So we have a lot of things here, a lot of entertainment news to cover, the good, the bad, the ugly, like we always do. There's a lot here to do today. So, thank you, everyone. Appreciate that like the stream, guys, and sub if you're new here. I really would. Thank you, especially the lurkers. If you've been lurking for a while, why not hit the sub? Sub is a free. It's not. You don't have to pay for it. I think I don't have to say that, but some people don't know that. Trust me, some people still don't know that sub means you don't have to pay. You just literally see all the content that you get on here. So yeah. Okay, so we got that done. Now, what is going on? So, what is going on right now, guys, is not we, my bad, but we, of course, yeah, as a collective, we, or me, I've just started doing a community post on YouTube. So if you guys don't know what it is, and if you're new here, I just found this out like today or a few days ago. I've seen people post on other channels, and I didn't know what that was. But it seems like you can connect with your followers or your subscribers. This is only for subscribers. So it is pretty much the Peti Kish community. So this is a separate thing. You can go on here. You can chit chat with others. You can ask me questions. You can ask, give me some maybe inspiration if you like for some videos or some live streams you would like to see. Stuff like that. I think would be good on here to like just recommendations. If there's a lot to take in, I can't go through all of them. I'm just letting you know right now, I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will glimpse through them and we'll keep in mind a bunch of things that you guys recommend on this channel if you want to see me do things. So, yeah, so what this is pretty much a community, is a space for you, your viewers to start this discussions and connect. Manage the posts you want to see to help your community grow. So what it is just like a chit chat session, almost. But also, ask questions. I can connect with you guys, the subscribers, the followers on this channel, and then go on from there, pretty much. So yeah, I posted the live stream that is up right now, and then there was other ones from a few months ago. I don't know why it's recommending me the older stuff from like a year ago, but whatever. Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about that because I'll be trying to post on there some polls or stuff so people can see them faster on there. So, all that on there to make it a little bit easier for you guys. But yeah. All right. Today we have a lot of topics as usual to go through. It's a little bit insane. I think I'm trying to minimize like what I talk about because I know some of these streams go a little bit longer than usual, but that's why I have timestamps. If you're interested in one of the topics, I put timestamps in the description below for you all after the stream's done. Usually, I can sometimes a little bit later than usual, but I usually put the timestamps for you guys. And you can go to the part you are interested in the topic because there are the main topics and there's fast topics. Sometimes the fast topics go longer than usual, but the main topics are the bigger premise. That was like the longer parts, I would say, for each one, But, yeah. So, yeah, let's go through these because I want to let you guys know. So, yeah. Timestamps will be there for you all in the description, as well as you can go to the part you like to go to. You can't fit all of them in the title. So I only put the things I think are pretty, interesting of the week where I think I can talk a little bit more about this topic than the rest of the other topics kind of deal, But it's always different in some situations. Okay. Okay, let's go into these topics because there's a lot to go through. And my eyes are watering. My nose is clogged up. My throat's crazy right now, cracked. Yeah, it's not going to be the best. Who knows? Maybe I'll make this a shorter stream, but we'll see. All right. Let's go. So, we got some interesting stuff here, guys. So, let's start with this. So apparently Halo Infinite ending support, moving on to multiple projects. So Halo Infinite, when did Halo Infinite come out? Because I feel like this game came out like 5 or 4 years ago, to be honest. And it's pretty still a new game, I think, but it seems like they're just ending the support, even for multiplayer, single player, everything for this game. Because this game was, I would say, split. I would say most people probably didn't like this, but I feel like it was split. I feel like when the multiplayer came out, it was refreshing because you haven't played Halo in a long time. It was fun. And then for some reason, it just went down. Like, it wasn't anything interesting after a while. It's just like, it was definitely a downgrade from the other Halos for sure. But it had some fun aspects to the game. It's just, it was a different kind of Halo. Like we remembered, it was more, more open. I would say it's pretty much what they wanted for Halo 1, but they never did. So they had now the technology for it. Halo Infinite is ending after 4 years of updates. There you go. 4 years of Halo Infinite. Confirms Halo Studios. However, it seems the company is putting the team on multiple new Halo projects, like Halo Campaign Evolved. Yeah, the remake for Halo 1. I'm not surprised. This game in general has been going downhill. I'm kind of interested. Let me check SteamDB real quick because I am intrigued how much people are playing this game at this moment for Halo Infinite. Let me try get SteamDB in here if I can. It's being very, very slow at the moment. Sorry, guys. Be patient with me. Be patient with me, guys.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Okay. Okay, Halo Infinite. Is this? I don't know what this is, but here is the SteamDB charts here. So it's a 68.87%, which is all right. It's not too bad. It's almost in the middle. It's mixed. But yeah, right now there's 1,194 players playing, which for Halo, it's a Friday afternoon. Obviously, this would go up on the weekends. Peak was 2,988. It's still not big numbers for a multiplayer game. This could also be single player as well. So it could be a lot of different parts moving here. Is there another Halo Infinite? Let me see. Or is that combined with multiplayer and single player? Let me see campaign. Yeah, campaign is this. So that's pretty much the results. This is the results at the moment. So, yeah, after 4 years, like, you would think this would be okay. I could see this, yeah, going down in 4 years, but I could still see this, all-time peak. Like, it's still pretty steady. Let me see more. No, it went down. Holy shit, it went down. Yeah, it went down. All-time peak was crazy big here. And then it just went down. Little bumps here and there. Here and there, there was little bumps. But it went down. My bad. I was looking at this wrong. I looked at the whole thing in general. 48 hour. Yeah, it didn't grow too much. It didn't grow too much. It's still steady, but it's very low. It's very low. So Halo Infinite is kind of, I would just say, kind of a low game. Like a AAA game that's doing so low, and it's Halo. Halo should be easily doing, like, the all-time peak should be the players right now kind of deal. Like, it easily should be like 10,000, 100,000, easily Halo. But Halo is not doing those numbers because Halo is pretty much a dead brand. Let's be honest here. Halo hasn't done anything good since Halo Reach, ODST, and 3. Halo 4 was kind of a mix bag, I would say. Halo 5 disappointed, and Halo Infinite also pretty much was a slight disappointment as well, too. It was trying to do something different, but it still didn't have that Halo feel like when they had with Bungie back in the day, And Halo Studios is trying to copy that feel of Halo, which that's why they're doing the remake. They're doing the remake because they want to make it their own Halo style now because it's not working out their Halo games. And they want to continue the story or continue where Master Chief left off. I don't know what they're doing. I have no clue what they're doing with these story arcs anymore, in Halo. But yeah, that's Halo Infinite for you guys. It sucks. It sucks because I had fun with the multiplayer. It had its good moments, but I also had some moments where it was very tedious. It was getting very boring, let's just say, after a while. It's something about it didn't pull me in anymore. Maybe because there were other games, but, you know, it's a lot of competition in the gaming market right now. So, yeah, that could be the reason. But you know what else could be interesting that could flop as well? We don't know. It might flop or it might not. We got Resident Evil Survival Unit. Release date confirmed. So if you guys don't know what this is a Resident Evil mobile game. Mobile? No one plays... Dude, mobile games you can't take seriously. Yes. But this one, I am a little bit intrigued because it's kind of like XCOM, but with Resident Evil, but also doing like the third-person camera where it's a fixed camera, like the OG Resident Evil. They're going back to kind of like that. So, and you can play a lot of characters from Resident Evil universe, so it's pretty cool. The Resident Evil Survivor Unit release date has been announced, and it is scheduled to arrive on November 18, 2025. The Resident Evil franchise was project scheduled for release on all platforms and media. We already know that the mainline title, Requiem, is set to arrive in February. So, it's official X account Resident Evil, according to the post. The game is speculated to arrive, okay, and starting titles, game is scheduled to launch 2020 across Japan, Korea, North America, Europe, and other regions in Asia. And now we know we have a little more. There you go. So, we're getting ready for this. I think it's going to be free to play. There's probably going to be microtransactions like all these mobile games have. You could probably play on your tablet. To be honest, I'll check it out because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan just to like take a glimpse at it. But it doesn't mean I'm going to be like attached to this game at all. So I'm just intrigued. For those unaware, Resident Evil Survive Unit's story line was that of a Resident Evil 2 and 3, but unfolds as a parallel narrative. While being parallel, it also features core elements of the original stories, including unique traits and relationships between characters that have been faithfully carried over. The characters list for the game is enormous, featuring big names like Leon S. Kennedy, Claire Redfield, Jill Valentine, and more. To other news, sign up for Resident Evil Survival Units. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you could start playing it. You could try signing up or, I guess, pre-ordering it, which is weird because it's a free game, but whatever, for this game to come out. So, yeah. You could even play Kendo, which is weird. Gunsmith Kendo. You could be Kendo. You could be Barry Burton. There's a lot of characters in here. You could play Marvin, the cop from RE2. Like, there's so many characters like you can mess with. I don't even know. There's so much. There's so much characters. Bunch of side characters and bunch of mainline characters. So, yeah, I am intrigued to see what it's about, but it is a mobile game, so I'm not going to invest too much into it, as you know. All right. I got to blow my nose real quick, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so we're done with that. Let's check this out. So we got Elder Scrolls 6 release is still a long way off. You don't say. You don't say.
Huh? No!
You don't say. When did this teaser trailer come out? Because it's been a year since I remember watching this. Tom Howard came out on stage and be like, "We're doing the next Elder Scrolls," but they said it too early. There was like no concept, nothing about the game yet. So, if you were hoping to release of the Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon, you may want to sit down. You may want to sit down for this one. According to Bethesda, Todd Howard. Oh, it's not Tom Howard. Oh my God. It's Todd Howard. My bad, guys. The latest game in the franchise is still a long way off. In a recent interview with GQ to talk about Fallout 4's 10th anniversary and other Bethesda happenings, Howard admitted that the game isn't close to being ready for players. I'm preaching patience, he said. I don't want fans to feel obnoxious. Well, they are. People are wondering what Bethesda is going to be doing with this. Is it going to be revolutionary? Is it going to be the same that we've had since Elder Scrolls 4? Oblivion. And then to 5. Is it going to be something like that, like an in-betweener? Or is it going to be something brand new engine, just feel different? Don't know. Howard said after raising money for Make-A-Wish, they would see characters made in the Elder Scrolls 6. They had 3-hour play tests of the game. He wanted to make clear, though, that it wasn't to signal that anything was close and that if he has it his way, the announcement strategy would be a bit different. I like to just announce stuff and release it, Howard said. My perfect version, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, is that it's going to be a while and then one day the game will just appear. Yeah, but you announced it too early. That was the problem. You announced games too early. People anticipated for such a long time. We see this with GTA 6 now, and it's taken a while. People, I like how Resident Evil does it, like with Capcom. They release a thing in 6 months, like the first trailer or whatever they're doing, the next game. And then it releases, in the next about 6 months into it, or like a couple of months later, it comes out. I like that so much better. Or shadow drop it. Shadow dropping is the next best thing for games to do. So straight up. We saw that with Silksong, with Hollow Knight Silksong. We saw that with other games this year that just shadow dropped, and it did banger numbers. It did really good. So we could do that too. But people hate shadow dropping stuff. They really do. Because people see the schedule of games, especially in the industry. Gamers don't care. Gamers just want to play it at this moment, kind of deal. But of course, it has to be touched up and it has to be cleaned up and it has to actually run, obviously. But most gamers just want to play it. When asked if he wanted to be like the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remaster where it was shadow dropped in April, Howard didn't rule it out. You might say that was a test run, he said. It worked out well. Okay, so he was thinking about that. Okay, so Elder Scrolls 6 could be just shadow dropped randomly and it should just release with one trailer. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Remember when Elder Scrolls 5 first was released, like that teaser trailer? It was so hype. The music for it, the Viking fighting the dragon kind of deal. Dude, that was sick. I remember that. That was like amazing moment in gaming for sure. But yeah, we'll see about this. I'm still a little bit skeptical about what Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be. I just don't want it to be like a copy and paste. I want an evolution from what 4 and 5 was. To do something a bit different with it, please. Do something different. We don't want Starfield either, because Starfield is just copying, pasting. The rest of it is just a sci-fi setting almost. It's with first-person shooter mechanics. Yeah, I don't want it. So I want something unique with this one. Yes, it could still be that RPG, the Elder Scrolls you remember. Just, I don't know. Something about it needs to change. Something needs to be good to make it appealing. I feel like it needs to be appealing now, because Elder Scrolls has a huge fan base, and you don't want to ruin this one. Trust me. It has a lot of faith in it, but how long will people have faith for it? That's what I'm saying. Still, I'm excited for what they have to show, but Bethesda is going to do what Bethesda does, its own thing. And sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. So You get the toss of a coin. Which one do you think you're going to get with Bethesda? All right. What else we got here for you guys? A lot here. Oh, let's see here. So, Marvel Rivals just came out with a new update, I think a new season, and we got Gambit and Rogue from the X-Men, which is awesome. I really wanted Gambit and Rogue in X-Men. I was like, damn. You know, it'd be sick if they added them. And they look pretty good so far, what I've seen in Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals doesn't really disappoint with the characters, how they look, how they play. It's usually pretty fun. But it seems like we got more teases for Marvel Rivals. So Marvel Rivals teases Deadpool and Elsa Bloodstone as next characters. Okay. So I talked about this a few streams ago about Deadpool being in it. We known about Deadpool. It was also with Daredevil, and Daredevil came to the game. So we have Deadpool now as well. And then Elsa Bloodstone is pretty niche, I would say, but I'm for it. I think Elsa Bloodstone as a character looks really cool. I like her design. She kind of gives me like Blade vibes, but like a female version. And she looks pretty badass. So I am all up for Elsa Bloodstone. I wish they would do her well in, you know, in the films or like a cartoon animation or something. They just don't do anything with this character. Last time I saw her was in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 or Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I think so. Yeah. I think that was the last game. No. Yeah, I think so. I'm starting to think. Yeah. I think that was the last time I saw her in there. So, yeah, she would be an interesting pick. For season 5, I don't know about that, but is it season 5 right now? So, I don't know. This could be from the season start, November 14th, explaining the roster character available in 45. There are the signs of stopping. So we got Rogue and Gambit, but I guess these were characters that are supposed to come out, but they might come out later. So they always say, oh, they're going to come out this season, but they never come out. They are probably in the leaks or in the things, the code for the game. And yeah, we could see them come up probably later down the line. Just wanted to update you guys with that. With Marvel Rivals. Because I actually want to try out Gambit and Rogue so bad when they come out. Sounds like a fun time. All right. We got this here with Silent Hill F. So Silent Hill F update adds a new difficulty, optional skips, and more. What?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Wait, optional skips and more adds a new difficulty. Is the game going to be harder now? Because what I've heard about this game, okay, I heard it did really well. It did, okay, not really well. It did decent, let's just say. It didn't do like crazy numbers, but it did decent for a horror game, obviously. Plus, the Silent Hill name did, you know, Silent Hill was big at its time when it first came out. It's been a very long time we got actually a decent Silent Hill game. 2 remakes sort of brought it back, I guess. But this was a brand new, like, spin-off Silent Hill game. And it didn't do that big of a numbers as you expected. It was decent for what it was, but it didn't do, like, crazy numbers. And what I hear about this game, it was super, like, it was good, but it wasn't as good as other Silent Hill games, and it felt very easy. It was very easy. And if you did, like, the hardest difficulty, it was easy for many. I don't know why. It just felt like easier than ever. But what did they add in this now? A new update is out now for Silent Hill F, which adds a new casual difficulty. Dude, you're making the game easier? I thought you were going to make the game harder. Optional skips for new Game Plus and other fixes. Silent Hill F released in September 25th, 2025, and it has been doing quite well for itself. With sales exceeding 1 million units, recently we saw Switch and previous gen port. Okay. Yeah, I just did like 1 million. I was like, yep. Like 1 million is good, but it right now, especially with AAA, it's not good. It needs to be doing more. Sorry, but that's the fact. Silent Hill F difficulty update biggest change. The first new addition will be the Silent Hill F update. Fresh action difficulty, casual players. So journal mode. We call this the journal mode, where journalists or reviewers can't beat the game fast enough, so they have to put it on easy because they suck at the game. So they're adding that.
Holy shit.
Dude, the game is not going to be fun. The fun part about the game is the experience of it, where it's a little bit difficult, where you actually have to think, where you actually have good reactions. That's what makes the game fun. If the game's easy, then I would just watch a cutscene. I'm not going to play this game for $70. Sorry, this game is easily a $20 game. Because of that, you know? If you make it easier, it's not going to make the game better. It really isn't. It's going to make the tourists feel better for themselves, who never play games, and they think they're playing games, but they're not gamers. They just cry about stuff because they're like, oh, we're going to make the game easier. Dude, no. The game should be as it was supposed to be. We don't want to change games difficulty at all. You know, what I heard about this game, okay, I haven't played it personally, but what I hear, and I've heard other people I talk to, that this game is absolutely easy to play. It's an easy game. It doesn't matter what difficulty you do. It's so easy. It's not that hard of a game, you know. Maybe for casuals, maybe, but it's not a hard game. It will be able to choose the difficulty when starting a new game, as well as trying out New Game Plus. Players who already have it on story action difficulty or higher will see the new difficulty become selectable once they've reached the game over screen multiple times. The next new feature in the update is optional skip for select sections of New Game Plus. Once players have installed this update, they will find an option to skip upon completing the go through the door objective. They're solving that mortal puzzle in New Game Plus. The game will then resume at the scene where Haniko awakens in the corridor of the Dark Shrine for the second time with the possessed objective if skipped. So skipping parts of the game. Wow, so thrilling. Wow, to be honest, I don't even need to play this game. What's the purpose of playing this game? I could just watch a cutscene now and see all these endings. What is the purpose of playing this game? Is it actually fun? Doesn't seem like it because it holds your hand like crazy. I don't know. Casual difficulty, option skips, system change, and bug fixes, blah, blah, blah. Added action difficulty, the casual action difficulty. The players on the store. You know why this happened? Let me tell you why I think they did this update. So, you know the voice actor or the actor who played Hiriko? What's her name? Hiriko, the main character, the girl. Haniko, my bad. Haniko, the actress who played the game, she didn't know how to play the game correctly with the controller, and she was kind of a noob at games. Let's just say. She's not a gamer, and she wanted to play the game for herself just to see what she, performed in. And she streamed it. And the stream went pretty bad because she didn't know how to play the game. So maybe this is pretty much saying, oh, we don't want to feel bad for those people that don't play games. We need to give them like a thing to make it a bit easier on them.
Holy shit.
I bet you that's why it happened. They added this easier mode. I bet you. Straight up, that's what happened. So yeah, this game is not worth your $70. This game is worth on a deep, deep sale. This game is worth a deep sale. Do not buy this game, I would say. You do whatever you want with your money. But if I was someone right now, I wouldn't buy this game for $70. I'd wait for like a deep sale, maybe like a $20, $30. 30 is pushing it, I think. Even 20, I think, might be okay, for this game, because it's not worth it. I know I got Silent Hill 2 Remake. I didn't get it on day one because I'm not paying $7 for that crap. No, there's no way. So I waited for like a deep sale for that. I got it for like a $30, I think, or something, Silent Hill 2 Remake. So, yeah, I'll wait for this, like a deep sale for this too. Like, I'm not playing this game because of that. No. Nope. No, thank you. I wish the game would be a little bit difficult or give you an option to do that. But what I hear is even the hard is easy. So what's the point then? Make it even easier on people. Yeah, it's not Dark Soulsy at all. I know people are saying, "Oh, it's Dark Souls." No, it's not Dark Soulsy at all. It's not. It's not that kind of game. So there you go. That's my rant, pretty much. That's my rant. Okay. What else we got here? What else we got here? Oh! We have a lot here, actually. We got a lot here. So, guys, we got some interesting things here right now with Capcom. All right. Here we go. So, this came out yesterday. I updated the game. For Street Fighter 6. And guess what? Important. End of support notice for Windows 10. So, they updated the game. I just upgraded to Windows 11, which I'm still not a big fan of. But I had to because a lot of games, like Capcom, are enticing people to move over to Windows 11 because they're ending support for Windows 10. I'm shitting you not. That is what's going on. Microsoft's moving, so is Capcom, and so are some other game devs or companies as well. But I was going to play Street Fighter yesterday, which I did, and I had an update. And I was like, what is this update that's going on in Street Fighter 6? Because I know Monster Hunter Wilds, even Monster Hunter Rise, Monster Hunter World, all these games are starting to not support with Windows 10. And I was like, oh shit. Wait, what? I thought that was like a month ago. That came out like October 14th, where they were like, you need to upgrade and stuff, right? Well, they just did it now. Apparently. They just did it now. And if we zoom in here, it says, thank you to all our fans are enjoying Capcom products. Microsoft has ended support for Windows 10 on October 14th, 2025. Therefore, as of the same date, we will no longer guarantee that Street Fighter 6 will run on Windows 10 system. Bruh, it worked before and it was fine. It was fine. It worked. Okay, it wasn't perfect, but it worked. It worked. It was good. What changed? Like, you don't want to... I don't understand this. This doesn't make no sense. If Windows does it or Microsoft does it, I'll do it too. Like, what? There's so much people who still have Windows 10. This is so dumb. This is absolutely retarded. Proper game functionality cannot be guaranteed on operating system of which Microsoft has ended support. If any issue running the game occurs, support can only be provided based on information from before support for Windows 10 was discontinued. Services for investigating problems regarding running the game on Windows 10 will be discontinued. Thank you for your understanding, and we hope to continue to enjoy Capcom games. You know what? You know what? No.
No!
No, thank you. You know, this is what I hate. I love Capcom's games. The Capcom games are always the best. I always have a great time with Capcom. Like I said, I am one of those people that don't shill for Capcom, but I do enjoy their games. I do like their games. Their games are actually one of the funnest ones I've played. I like the characters. I like the stories they tell. I like the gameplay they do. I like it. But Capcom as a company has been doing L's after L's after L's. And this is another L. Like, let's be honest. I do this for every company. Every company that I liked or dislike or I'm in between with. I talk about the good, the bad, and ugly. Like I say, I'm not a Capcom shill at all. I do like Capcom games, but I'll tell you what I feel about it. And I feel like this is just another buy this new thing because it's the new thing, and we will just stop supporting the old thing because it's old. Dude, there was support for Windows 7 for such a long time. Windows 7 had way more support than 10 did. So what are we doing here? Like, if you go into the discussion section, it might be able to be a bit spicy. I kind of want to see what it's about. Let me see this discussion, because it's probably going to be spicy. I have a feeling it will be. Let's see. Microsoft paid quite a lot of money, just to be sure everyone switched their new broken as fuck OS. Yep. Don't worry, Chip Crapcom. You can also end support for Windows 11 if you want to. But our cancerous. Microsoft dropping support doesn't mean you should too. Exactly. Why are you doing the same thing? It doesn't make no sense. Maybe they're cutting costs, but is it really that much to run on Windows 10 servers? Is it really that much? I doubt it. Oh God, another crash out incoming by people that cannot read or think for themselves. You can continue to play in Windows 10. This is just communicating that factors outside of their control can stop the game from becoming playable on Windows 10. Capcom can't fix issues on OS level. So yeah, it still means they're not giving a shit. Like, you could still play on Windows 10, but updates for the game, if there's bugs that can't be patched, it's done for, pretty much. You know, kind of deal. Yeah, I understand that. Like, this person, what are you talking about? I have been playing the game on Linux since launch. It supports Linux. Okay, good for you. My next PC, I'm definitely gonna upgrade to Linux. Straight up. I'm probably gonna upgrade to Linux straight up for my next PC. Because I'm fucking done with Windows. Windows is not the best. And it's not the best what it used to be. Let's just say that. Add trans characters, please. This must be a troll. There's no way. Isn't Marissa enough for you?
Huh?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Marissa, big mommy, muscular, Spartan girl. Yep. That's funny. But what, guys? This was a month ago almost. Yeah, it was a month ago. Windows 7 was almost supported by most gamers for 10 years. Now we're getting FOS for an OS that died less than 1 month ago. You can still get security updates, lol. But what is that? That's effing dumb, pretty much. Get mad at Microsoft. Capcom Japan is just doing what they dream illegally necessary as to state, but the same is true for everyone other developers on Steam. Then fuck you too, Capcom. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, so it is pretty salty, the comments. What do you expect? It would be salty. I just wanted to bring this up real quick. But yeah, there you go, guys. All your Capcom games, if you're on Windows 10, you're not going to have a pleasant time playing those now. Just saying. So you're going to need to upgrade to Windows 11 or get Linux to play these games on your computer. Just wanted to let you guys know about that one. I thought it was interesting. All right. Let's talk about... Where is it? Let's talk about Ghost of Yotei. Here we go, guys. Oh, boy. There's so much people... So we got two sides of people saying. So people are saying this is a good thing that happened. The sales were good. And then the other people are saying, no, actually it wasn't good. So this game, it was controversial from the start, as we found out. But now we have actually units sold now for a month now, what we got worldwide. And this is what it is. So Ghost of Yotei sales leak. Proven accurate. Sequel trails Ghost of Tsushima by 16%. So, Ghost of Tsushima still is doing better than Ghost of Yotei. Not a shocker, though. Because everyone was expecting Jin Sakai story to continue, and we got something else completely. Which, this game probably would have sold more if it was Jin Sakai, not gonna lie. But, that's what we got now. We got... Revenge story, I don't know what this is. Like a revenge story with a woman now, I guess. Which can be told well. Could be told well, but I don't think so. Because I never hear anyone talking about the story of this game being really good. We had that one IGN article talking about, oh, it's the same thing over and over. It's nothing special. Remember that? Even IGN was questioning this. So, the numbers are in. And it turns out the leaks were spot on. Former Blizzard developer Mark Grums. Yeah, so if you like Grums or dislike him, it's whatever. He did predict something, so that is what it is, you know. I know a lot of people hate Grums, you know, on the internet. He does have some really dumb takes, but I guess he was right with pretty much the units sold. So I guess he got it right this time. Better known online as Grums, has been proven right after Gamitsu's official reports that Ghost of Yotei sales hit 3.3 million copies within the first month of the market, which is decent. It's not bad, you know, it's okay. It depends. How much did this game cost? So this is the problem. They never give you the amount of how much they put to make the game. They give you like, it sold this many copies, but did that get their monies back? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I feel like this game is probably more than that, what they did. So we'll see. That figure directly confirms Kern's late October leak, in which a estimated Yotei sells around 3.2 million units that growed. Okay. Bam. I was 100% dead. Accurate. Kern wrote to X. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. The date lines up. According to Gamitsu's breakdown, Sony's QT, Ghost of Yotei reached 3.3 million units sold and November 22nd. And just 32 days after release, that marks its sold performance for Sucker Punch production, but also confirms Yotei fell short of Ghost of Yotei early thing. It could be also the unsufferable voice actress for her, the main character. You know, with the Antifa and all that. It's just, she was absolutely annoying. She was spilling out a bunch of shit online, and it really, as well as Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch did the same shit, like the people that were in the development of it. There was a lot of spilling out stuff like that, and I think it disgusted a lot of people, and that's why it didn't do well as well. But besides that, just the normie itself, I think normies wanted Jin Sakai's story to continue, to be honest, too. Like, everyone praised. It had no problems. People loved that game, Ghost of Tsushima. I could even say it was better than most Assassin's Creed games. That was how good that game was, you know? It was really good. So, this just not performing as good as that one, you could just tell, you know, that it's not the moneymaker they thought it would be, you know? And plus, this is not the road they wanted it to be. I know PlayStation was thinking Jin Sakai Part 2 story. No. They gave you something else completely. Sucker Punch did a 360, and they're like, no, we're giving you something else. It's going to be an anthology series now. And they didn't expect that at all. I remember reading articles about it, that PlayStation was surprised about the announcement, which I'm like, how? How are you not actually talking to these devs? What is going on? PlayStation's official post, the 2020 celebrating Ghost of Tsushima, selling 2.4 million copies in its first 3 days and over 3.8 million within the first month. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Those are, those are better numbers. Kern and other industry commenters like YouTuber Endymion have pointed out that this makes Yotei's debut roughly 16% lower over the similar time frame. So if people are saying, oh, it did 3.3 million copies sold, they're like, you're going to eat the chuds and everything. Well, okay. But something's just not adding up. Okay, it might be doing good for the first month, but is it going to have legs for the future? That's what I always think. Like, the games could be good in the beginning, but will it be successful later down the line when people already played it? Because this game, no one's talking about. If this game was so popular, like Arc Raiders right now, that everyone's playing, everyone loves Arc Raiders, and it could be a game that could be, even in few months, could be still played by, hundreds of people. Now, this game, it came and went like a fart in the wind. I don't hear anyone talking about this game. I hear people talking about Arc Raiders all the time now. What happened to Ghost of Yotei? If this game was so successful, and what they're saying, it would be just printing money right now. Easily. But it's not. Let's be honest here. So, no, it's not doing well. It's not doing well at all. It's still, I wouldn't say it's a flop, but I would say it's not the great thing that they were expecting out of this. So, yeah, not doing so well. But because also this also connects to something else with Ghost of Yotei. I gotta find it real quick here. Here it is. It's only on PlayStation 5. It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive, right? So here's another one here, because this came out recently. PlayStation 5 has sold over 84 million consoles worldwide. Okay. PlayStation revealed that the PlayStation 5 has sold over 84 million units worldwide since the launch in 2020. Furthermore, the console doesn't seem to be stopping, selling over 3.9 million in the past 3 months. Despite the high price tag, the PlayStation 5 has gone on to be a highly successful console compared to others in the market, which landmark first-party titles like Ghost of Yotei that no one's playing, because you see this 84 million consoles sold and you only have 3.3 million. That's not even half. That's not even half. So where is this? People are buying this console just to buy this console, but where are the sales? No one's buying Ghost of Yotei. That's what I was going to compare it to. They just brought it up. God of War Ragnarok and Astrobot. There is Lot to love about Sony's latest gaming product. Earlier this year, the console was said to have sold 75 million units, which is pretty impressive numbers. Now it's going to be okay. So it outsells the Xbox 360, Xbox One in lifetime sales. Now report shows. So it outsold already the Xbox games pretty much, the Xbox consoles. I'm not surprised about that. But let's be honest. Did it really have any competition? No. You have Nintendo, but Nintendo's doing its own thing. It's a separate entity. PlayStation is by itself now. Xbox is out. I don't care about these Microsoft fanboys, these Xbox fanboys. Let's be honest. Microsoft Xbox is done for. It's done for. There's no more. PlayStation has no competition. I guess Nintendo. And now, we'll be talking about later, Steam, Valve, the only ones left. Because their competition right now is the PC market. Let's be honest. PC is rising way more than consoles are. This number is good, but I bet you there are more PCs than consoles for the PlayStation. I bet you on it that there's more than that. There's more. But your biggest hit, Ghost of Yotei, only hit 3.3 million copies sold worldwide, but you sold 84 million consoles worldwide. Not even half. They should be a large amount. It should be what? That's a AAA game. And it's sad that it's making only 3.3 million when freaking indie game Expedition or Clear Obscure Expedition 33 sold more than that game in a month. It sold over more than that. So what are we talking about here that it was successful? It wasn't successful at all. It was subpar at most, let's say. But we'll see if those numbers increase because I feel like they're not gonna. And this is the thing people are not being honest about. They don't understand numbers. They see 3.3 million sold and they think it's wonderful. For a AAA game, that is not wonderful at all. For an indie game, that's amazing. That is an amazing accomplishment. For a AAA game, that's not good. That's not good. People don't understand the numbers here, guys. You know? This is not a remake. This is a franchise that started with a really good one, and it didn't do as good in the second one. You know, it's not doing... It should be doing more, easily. Since the first one did so much, this one should be doing way more. Now you're telling me this 84 million consoles worldwide sold? What are the things for this? Because a lot of people that have PS5s, what I know is, they play games on it once in a while. It's not like a regular thing. Now, okay. Most of the friends I have all have now like PCs kind of deal now. A lot of my friends have PCs now. A lot of people play PC with me. There's one or two people that have PS5s, but, you know, they play it once in a while if they want to do casually on the TV kind of deal, you know, whatever. But PS5, most people that I talk to, they barely touched it since launch kind of deal, you know. They say there's no games for it, really. Like, the best part about it is, I guess, the backwards compatibility with PS4 games. But, like, there's, like, nothing for this console that is actually needed. Because you find out, that's what I'm saying. This generation, PC is the winner, if you think about it. For consoles, I would guess it would be PS5. Okay. Or Nintendo. Well, Nintendo Switch 2 just came out. We don't know really much that... It did really well, of course, with numbers for just launch. But, yeah. Right now, it's still PS5. The winning team for that one. But let's be honest, it is PC. It is PC. But, yeah, this is a bunch of bull that's going around, you know, that Ghost of Yotei is a win. It's not a win. Let's not stop, dude. There's so much shilling going around with if it's Sony, if it's Microsoft, it's Nintendo. It's like let's be honest. Let's be transparent here, guys. Come on. Like seriously, this is not a win. This is a win for consoles. They're sold a lot of consoles. That's a win for them. But for games, software, not doing so good. Not doing so good. And that's what I'm saying about Nintendo. The Switch 2 sold really well. Softwares, not so good. I bet you those softwares are not going to sell good when you have $80, $70 games coming out from Nintendo for Switch 2. It is what it is. That's what I'm saying. These consoles can sell, but the software, if the software doesn't sell on the console, that is going to be a problem in the long run. So we will see, because there's going to be more about this happening, more and more. So I wanted to bring that up because it was a subject that people were like, oh, this and that. I'm like, dude, it's not a win. Let's be honest here. It's not a win. When I see these numbers, it's like, can we just put 2 and 2 together? You know? Sounds good, but it's not really a win. I feel like a lot of people don't know about how to do the numbers right, you know, kind of deal. Like, if it's like a small developed team that are making like a remake or something, like $1 million, $2 million, that's pretty good, you know, that's pretty good, decent amount, you know, for it's a small thing. But if it's a big game, you know, it was big production, like Ghost of Yotei, you have 3.3 million. I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about that. Doesn't sound too good. But you know what sounds good? Sega. Sega announces 10% salary increase for all employees. Hell yeah. Sega said, we're doing so well, we're gonna do it. Fuck yeah. Sega's like, we're doing so well right now that we're gonna announce that we're gonna give 10% salary increases for all our employees. Just like that. Put their dicks on the table and said, yeah, we're doing so well in copies, we're going to increase it. You don't see this in the West at all. You don't see these price increases like this. This might be just a Japanese thing, but like, you guys are doing so well, we're going to award you now. You know, we saw that with Shift Up for Stellar Blade, where the game did so well that the leader of the company or the developer, you know, the CEO or the lead director, he gave all his employees free PS5s kind of deal, you know? We see this all the time. Like, this is only, I guess, like an Eastern thing. I don't know, but the West, if you do really well, you guys should be getting more money kind of deal, you know? That's just, you know, happier devs, happier product or better product. That's what I was going to say, yeah. Happier devs, better product. There you go. Now, you know, unhappy devs, that could affect the product itself to be worse too. You never know. Sometimes they just push it and it does really well, the game. And companies get all the money, but the devs get like nothing back, barely. And they, you know, put their hard-earned sweat, tears, and passion into this product, and it comes out they don't feel like they accomplished anything, but they know they did a good job. It's just, you know, kind of deal like that. So Sega has announced an increase on 10% in April 2026 following significant wage increase in 2023. The sweep of changes will come into effect from April 1st, 2026, providing major boosts to existing employees and future additions to the company with a rise in base salary. Okay, so it's also salary too. Boost salaries once again. Sega announced also obtained an intention of recruiting and developing attractive human resources to strengthen its global competence. I don't know what the fuck. I can't even. As a result of the changes, which come onto effect next year, the base salary of employees of Sega in Japan will raise up to an average approximately 10%. 10% from 300,000 yen to 330,000 yen. An increase in around 193. Alongside the wage structure rises, Sega is also planning to establish a compensation system that rewards employees according to their roles and contributions, as well as expanding measures that support working styles that allow each employee to live the life that suits them best. That's awesome. Why can't we have this in the West? You know, this is definitely an Eastern thing. We don't hear Rockstar doing this. Rockstar strike, firing people, lots of weird stuff going with Rockstar right now with GTA 6. Or, you know, like what we're going to be talking about with Naughty Dog and all this and that. You really don't see this, you know, kind of deal. So glad for them. Good job, Sega. Even though Sega has been doing some weird shit too. They did definitely dub there. They definitely got a win there. But you know what else? We got lost though. We got a lot of layoffs going around here, guys. More layoffs going around. Tons of layoffs. You can't stop. You can't stop the layoffs happening because the industry did it to themselves. Square Enix lays off over 180 Western staff overseas. Structurally reform. After extraordinary loss, Western chief publishing officer to resign. Holy shit, dude.
Holy shit.
Just a moment. Okay. All right. So, we talked about this last week where, you know, all the Western part of Square Enix has been let go, layoffs. It was a crazy bloodbath, I would say, of people losing their jobs. And we found out a lot of them did have interesting things on their Blue Sky or Twitter or /X or whatever things to say. And we looked into it, you know, a lot of they thems, a lot of blue hair, a lot of nose rings, a lot of weird shit. This is a lot in the market department that lost their jobs, a lot of the localization, a lot of just dumb shit. There are people that are posting stuff on TikTok and advertising it, like stuff like that, you know, AI could take over easily because what they're doing, a lot of things didn't resonate with a lot of gamers or people that want to play Square Enix games. So we got also the Western chief publishing officer to resign. So even the leader of it resigned. It's crazy. This is a long article, but I just wanted to bring it up. So yeah, a lot of people resign. It was just a cleanup. It was cutting the fat of a lot of people. Not saying that some people that actually didn't deserve it got fired, and that is actually horrible. That is actually a thing. The people that were actually passionate and wanted to do things and didn't want to, you know, signal message or political identity politics into games and all sorts of different things going on, or just changing, localizing in their own way and not actually doing the same format, what they were supposed to, which AI will take over localization for sure. Make it better. This is crazy. And like I said, this isn't bad news per se. This is actually pretty good news because this will bring Square Enix, like ethnic department or anything like that, to be actually what it used to be, where it used to be just feel like the Japanese culture it was, just moved to the West kind of style, you know, where they talk in different things, but it's actually a one-to-one translation. And that's the problem. We don't get one-to-one translation. And we had this for years and years. But now, this will finally do it. You know, there was translation issues in the 90s, even early 2000s. I remember this. But this will prove it now that they can finally translate things to where it is, how it is, and not hire these activists that control what the West has. Like, they just have to change the culture, have to change all the identity of the original and make it their own style. That's what I'm saying. So this is just a long article, but he just pretty much goes crazy and pretty much goes after, like, oh, it's woke, everything's woke kind of deal. You know, that deal, like we always hear, like, kind of deal. It's like, no, we've been saying this for years. You guys your Enix department needs to be gone because it's so bad. It's so trash. And that's why we got games like Forspoken that bombed so hard. Like, there was trash cans full of Forspoken game, physical editions. It was the most game that might have been the worst game on that generation that came out. One of the worst games. You know, it did horribly. It did so bad, they didn't know what to do with the games, you know, for Forspoken. It was trash. It was literally trash in the trash. They didn't know what to do with this game. No one wanted to play this. It was trash. And it was all because the West wanted this. Those people that wanted this in the West, the people that worked there, that now just got laid off and got cut, they wanted this game. And they did it, and no one wanted it from the West. So that's what I'm saying. You don't know who your audience is. And that's why that's a problem. The dialect, the change of what audiences want is not there because you don't see that. You see the HR, you see these devs that really hate games. Some of them hate the gamers. Let's be honest. There's some that actually hate gamers, but they still have a job. And they hate about gaming. They hate the culture of gaming kind of deal, like where it started. They really are not fans. They just have a job and they do what they are supposed to do while also spilling out their dumb political beliefs or whatever they do. I don't know. But stuff like this does happen. It happens in Hollywood, as we're going to be talking about, and Hollywood is going downhill as well. You know, this is one of those things with Square Enix. And this guy here, the Reunion, he posted a bunch of firings that happened, you know. I'm not going to go through all of them, but there is a lot. Like, here's one. Trudy G, senior HR general who worked on Square Enix for about 4 years, has been laid off. She implemented DEI incentives to support inclusive programming, cultural, let me zoom in. Cultural incentives and belonging strategies. She served as the leader of the ERGs and C's new values. So there you go. There you go. In-depth definition of the employees' resources group. John Heisek, the chief publisher officer, head of the Western branch of Square Enix, has officially resigned ahead of the waves of layoffs. He responded, "Piss off," to concern of woke ideology in video games. Hensing was the direct voice of Western market to Japan. So Japan find out finally what is going on, why they're losing so much money. And they said, well, if we're losing money at this department here, let's just cut it. And they finally got their heads together and they said, we're going to cut this Western branch because we're just losing money there. So it was a smart move from Square, finally. HR generalist who implemented DEI initiatives have been laid off. There you go. It's important to... I love the name, The Reunion. Like Sephiroth says in Final Fantasy. It's time for the reunion cloud. It is important to note where implement this. On the top of the shadow ban, I am now blocked by Square Enix. Of course he's blocked by Square Enix. Of course, because he's just posting all the people that got laid off. Update, I'm now blocked by other Square Enix IPs, nor I am blocked from Japanese accounts. I am now shadow banned. There you go. So he's posting a lot of people that got laid off. The people from Life is Strange part branch. It goes on and on. We talked about the Life is Strange also losing a lot of money. So I think there's more to it too. Just a quick one. Because there's more layoffs going around here, guys. There's more. Crystal Dynamics hit with more layoffs due to reorganization. Whoa, buddy.
Huh? Holy shit.
We're getting more layoffs. Time for these people to, let's just say, go to work again, but in a different workspace. For the third time in 2025, Crystal Dynamics had laid off more of its staff. As for why, it states that it's due to reorganization that is necessary. More like you losing money, and you need to get the people that actually will get jobs done, that actually could do well. Maybe that. I don't know. Maybe that's how they're thinking about it. Since 1992, Crystal Dynamics have delivered a solid lineup of games that many hold dear, from the epic Legacy of Kain series to the iconic Tomb Raider franchise. The company has a great legacy behind it. In recent years, however, it hasn't lived up to that disagree its last big release, 2020. It was Marvel's Avengers. Yeah, that bombed. Was a commercial and critical flop. Unfortunately, the one project helping change that Xbox reboot, Perfect Dark, was canceled early this year because it was fake. We found out it was fake. It wasn't real gameplay. It wasn't even in development yet. They did it to get eyes on it. It was just hype. That's all it was. It wasn't real. That Perfect Dark demo, it wasn't real. People didn't like the character design of it at all, which I could see why. It was very weird looking for Joanna Dark, but yeah, it wasn't real. Now, after two already devastating layoffs announced, one has come, this time firing 30 workers. There you go. Today, we've made the difficult but necessary decision to recognize Crystal Dynamics studio and teams. The team started on LinkedIn. As a result, we've parted ways with just under 30 teams members across the various departments and projects and restrictions and company and businesses for our next generation. There you go. So more layoffs at Crystal Dynamics. Perfect Dark didn't work out, which is good because we didn't want to see Joan Dirt Dark playing in here. And Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, has been butchered so many times, dude. The reboot series, I don't hate it, but it wasn't a Tomb Raider game. I always say this. It doesn't feel like the other Tomb Raider games since like the PS1 and onward to like even Underworld. It still felt like a Tomb Raider game. These games felt like more of an Uncharted clone. And I love Uncharted. It's fine, but it didn't have the writing of Uncharted. It felt like a mediocre version of it. The first one was really fun. I enjoyed the first one because it had something, it had a premise to it that this could be Lara Croft's beginning story. And then they continued it, and it still didn't become the Tomb Raider we know from the PS1 and onward, you know? This is like a different Lara Croft completely. It didn't feel the same. It felt very different. So they did their own thing with this story. I think it should be just an alternative story. It shouldn't even be in the story itself, because I wanted to see Lara become the Tomb Raider, but she never became the Tomb Raider. She became like some sort of a character that's nothing like Lara Croft, like the what is it, like a anti-hero protagonist kind of character, you know? She wasn't a hero and she wasn't a villain. She just did everything, you know, for sport, for her own ego. She did all that, get the artifacts in there, keep it for herself, do what she can, and maybe along the way she would do maybe something good. But she never did the Indiana Jones thing where she would take the artifact and bring it into like a museum kind of deal or give it to the people that it belongs to. She would just keep it for herself. That was Lara Croft in a nutshell, and she was a bombshell. Like, in this one, I liked her. She felt very, you know, down-to-earth kind of character, though, but she wasn't that Tomb Raider we wanted, because I wanted that sass. You know, she was a little bit sassy. She sometimes had that flirtatious character to her. We need that.
Huh?
We need that, dude. We need the Sydney Sweeney Lara Croft in here. We really do. We need her to be a bombshell. We need her to be confident, strong. You know, not strong meaning she's actually buff, but strong enough where she understands, you know, she has a presence. Because Lara Croft had a presence. And that's why she's one of the best, or one of the top most known characters in the world. And they keep on butchering her constantly. They don't know what to do with this character. They just keep on trying and trying. Do what it worked before. You don't really need to change the formula. What worked before, and just build on it. Those remasters did really well. Just continue that arc. Continue that kind of story. We don't want this one. You know? The time for this has passed. We want to go back to the regular Tomb Raider where it actually did parkour, did tombs. You know, sometimes you would fight creatures and bad guys that came by, you know, mercenaries that want the treasure. You guys both fight for the treasure kind of deal. It was all about that stuff, you know? Solving the mysteries. Why is this so hard? I don't understand. It's so simple, but for some reason Crystal Dynamics doesn't know how to do it. And they definitely don't want to make her sexy, you know? Because it would be too offensive for many women, which is retarded. I think women want to be or look like Lara Croft. A lot of women like Lara Croft because how she looks, you know. You know. Even if they made this character just a tiny bit like, you know, they're like, oh, this is young Lara Croft and she will become the Tomb Raider. And I'll be like, okay, that's fine. Like, she still looks like, you know, a girl next door kind of deal. She's not like a bombshell yet or whatever. But she's fine, you know. But you need to... I don't know. It didn't feel like a Tomb Raider game. That's my whole premise of it. It didn't feel like a Tomb Raider game. It felt like an Uncharted clone trying to be like that with other elements. Why was there RPG? I remember there's like RPG elements to it too. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was weird. It was weird, you know? But yeah. Sucks to suck, Crystal Dynamics, but that's what happens. That's what happens. But nothing's worse than what we're going to see here with Ubisoft. Ubisoft's CFO tells employees that the trading halt of stocks is to limit unnecessary speculation. So what happened was Ubisoft didn't talk to investors. They hold the meeting. They had a holding of the meeting. And they halted on the stock itself too. So this is actually a horrible sign that's going to happen.
Huh?
No!
This is a bad sign for it. I'm just telling you straight up. I wouldn't be surprised in a couple of months happens or more than a month. Maybe next year. Or it could be earlier. It could be the end of this year. Tencent grabs Ubisoft fully. And it's all up in the air, and Ubisoft is gone. Ubisoft will never exist. It'll be gone, and it will be under another corporation. It'll be under another company. I said it. Ubisoft Chief Financial Officer Frederick Duguet has told staff in an internal email that Ubisoft stock has been paused to limit unnecessary speculation and market volatility because it's doing really bad. If this was a healthy economy, healthy company with Ubisoft, you wouldn't stop the stock. Something's up. Something is going down at Ubisoft, and it's not good. During the short delay of reporting its first half earnings, the internal email provided the Insider Gaming reads, "Hello everyone. I wanted to let you know that we are taking extra time to finance the closing of the semester. And as a result, we will publish our first half earnings results in the coming days instead of tonight." Ooh. So they saw the earnings and they're like, we can't do this. This is embarrassing. Yikes. Due to legal regulations, we cannot share more information with you at this time. To limit unnecessary speculation and market volatility during this short delay, we have asked Euronext to suspend the trading of our stock until the results are announced. We know this is likely to raise questions and drive media coverage. I encourage you all to listen to the conference call, which will be available via the investor section of our site just after the results are released so that you have more detailed view of our earnings. Thank you for an understanding, Fred. Ubisoft required Euronext to halt trading of the shares and its bonds from the market opening on November 14, 2025 until the publication of its first half 2025-2026 results in the coming days. Ooh. And this is why people are going to speculate because you just put this out. Limit unnecessary speculation. Yes, because people's jobs are on the line right now. This company could be gone. A lot of people could be laid off. So people that thought Ubisoft is safe, it was not safe. The games bombed. They lost money. They spent too much money. They spent billions and billions of dollars, on games. Assassin's Creed Shadows flopped. Star Wars Outlaw. OBS Studios has stopped, of course. Am I still here? Okay, I'm still here. Okay, thank you. Recovered successfully. Thank you. Okay. UBS, my bad. I'm back. Okay. Ubisoft is not the same company it used to be. And we know this. Their quality of games have faulted so bad. They spend too much money. They don't have actually a budget. And now the precautions are here. And we've been saying this for years. Many people have been saying this for years, that Ubisoft's in trouble. And this is just one of the things. And people that are working at Ubisoft, you need to find another job soon. Jump boat, I would say. And find another studio that is more healthy, in a healthier state than Ubisoft is. Straight up. Because this is not the way it's going to go, for Ubisoft. So I don't want to say I'm upset about it, but I am, I don't know. I don't feel much for Ubisoft anymore. I feel like there was times where I was like, oh, come on, you have to make Splinter Cell like this. This would be a better thing for Splinter Cell. No, they ruin it. They ruined Assassin's Creed. They ruined that one Star Wars game, which I really didn't care for. But there's many games that they just started ruining. And Rayman. Where the hell's Rayman at, There's so many IPs they have that just got ruined and destroyed over time. They did it to themselves. So I guess they got what they deserve, right? In the end. Kind of deal. Okay. What else we got here? We got some movie news here. Besides Super Mario Galaxies, we got some more movie news here. Let's see what we got. We're about to go into the main topics soon. Real quick one, guys. So, Toy Story 5 trailer released by Pixar along with poster. So we got Toy Story 5 now, guys. The age of toys is over. It's only in theaters June 19, 2026. I guess we could see the trailer, but this is it, pretty much. The toys are in like a digital world, so it's what is happening is playtime meets screen time. So what the whole premise of this is for Toy Story 5, if you even care, because there's only 3 Toy Story movies for me. There's only 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. After that, the story was complete. It felt like it was an end. Then they had to milk this series so hard. They are like, we have more stories to tell, more interesting concepts. Okay. I didn't watch 4. I didn't care for 4. I didn't hear too much good things about 4. But this one, 5, the premise is interesting enough, but I don't think it's going to be good because the others were so much better, the other 3 movies, you know? This one, the whole premise is the kid is pretty much got an iPad and like a screen, and they're doom scrolling. They love the screen more than playing with their toys. That's the whole concept, which is actual reality in modern day today, where kids are not playing as much with the toys. They're playing more with their phones and iPads and kind of still, which is horrible. I would not give my kid an iPhone or iPad or Android or any of these things. I would actually give them toys because that's how I grew up. It was only later that I found out about video games and I got into video games. But my earliest interaction with a video game was the NES with the first Super Mario Brothers with the Nintendo system and Duck Hunt. But that was like, I was probably like 5 or something-ish. 5 or 6, maybe at max. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a while, let's just say. But I was definitely very, very young playing this. And I thought it was so amazing. But, back then, yeah, it was amazing. It was frustrating because it was hard, which I'm fine with because that was that time. That was at that time. Everything was harder. But I still played with my toys. I had my video games and I played with toys. I did play with toys a lot. So I had the imagination of what stories I can tell. Because sometimes I'd watch the movies. I'd watch some movies, some cartoons. And I had the imagination go wild. I had knights. I had cowboys. I had different things. I think I did have space characters too. I mostly had medieval characters like knights and warlocks and stuff, and cowboys and Native Americans and stuff like that. I think most of the time, I think so. But yeah, we could check this trailer out real quick. I think I don't think Disney would mind, right? And if it gets copyright, I'll just cut it out of the video.
Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play.
So yeah, they got scared of the iPad, the Lilypad, whatever it's called. So there you go. Toy Story 5. I like Toy Story, but I don't like Toy Story that much to actually care about this one, to be honest. I just wanted to bring it up because I think there's some people that still have a fondness of Toy Story and still want Toy Story to be good. It's just like, guys, we're done with Toy Story. There was only 3 movies. I don't think we need to milk this franchise either. So just wanted to bring that up real quick. Let's go into another one here. This one's kind of surprising. So we got V for Vendetta TV series in the works at HBO and DC Studios. James Gunn producing.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
Dude, please, James Gunn, don't touch V for Vendetta. Please don't. Please don't. Holy shit. I just saw it. It just turned 20 years old. This movie. This movie is still used today. Dude, it's almost like a biopic of what's happening in the UK or anywhere in the world right now. It's insane. You know, this movie is insane, but it tells a lot of truthful things that is happening even today. So, yeah, for this time, this movie was crazy. I remember when this came out, everyone was talking about it. Everyone had the masks. This is where the anonymous mask came from, all that, you know. But a TV series? I don't know about this. Why do we need this? So here we go. Hollywood sure does love its reboots. And the next victim of the trend is none other than V for Vendetta, the movie based on a comic that is now being adapted into a TV series or TV show. The show will be written by Peter Jackson with James Gunn. Peter Jackson? Peter Jackson is pretty good. I kind of like Peter Jackson's movies. I kind of like them. But with James Gunn, I don't like James Gunn. The only good James Gunn movie I watched was... Oh, I don't know. Which one was the good one? I guess Guardians of the Galaxies were good. I guess those. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of James Gunn. Let's just be honest. I'm not. And Peter Safran and DC Studios set to executive producer. Originally a British graphic novel written by Alan Moore and illustrated by David Lloyd, V for Vendetta follows an anarchist revolutionary known as V, who wears a Guy Fawkes mask and is determined to exact revenge against the captors and torturers, as well as taking down the directional government of a dystopian London. V for Vendetta first appeared in the 1982 British anthology Warrior, with DC Comics taking over its publication in 1988, selling over 500,000 copies in the United States by 2006. Yeah, this was a banger banger story, an interesting one. It resonates with a lot of people even today. It's fascinating. Let's just say about that. Released a feature-length film in 2005, and V for Vendetta, starring Hugo Weaver as the infamous V, and Natalie Portman as Every, the young woman whom V is inspired to take on his protege. After rescuing her from the secret police, V for Vendetta was directed by James McTally and written by the Waskowskis upon reading the script. I read the screenplay, so I knew exactly what they're doing with it, and I'm not going to be going to see it when I wrote V. Politics were taking a serious turn for the worse over here, and had different parties, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yeah. This is coming. Just wanted to bring it up because there was the 20th anniversary, and they're doing a show. Now, the show is going to continue the story in a show format, or is it going to be a prequel, or is it going to be a sequel? No clue. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. That is crazy, though. V for Vendetta. But yeah. You know, Hollywood needs to do reboots, remakes, all this stuff, because they can't create no more, to be honest. And they wouldn't shut their mouths. The actors who are spilling out all these political, BS that most people don't really care about. People just want to be entertained. Remember, we had that last week with Jennifer Lawrence. And now we have another one with Bob Thornton tells Joe Rogan celebrities should shut up about politics. That is insane, right? Because we had that with Jennifer Lawrence. Now Billy Bob Thornton is saying the same thing. Is there a clip? There is a clip.
That has thrown you in jail.
I don't know if this will be cut. Maybe copyright. Don't know. Again, if it gets cut, I'm sorry, guys. It is what it is. So let's see this with Joe Rogan. Even though I'm not a big fan of Joe Rogan, I really am not. I'm not really a huge fan of him. I know a lot of people like Joe Rogan, but I'm not one of them. He has some interesting things he brings up, but there's stuff I'm just like, bruh, you're so out of it. And then same with Billy Bob Thornton. I'm not a big fan of him either. So, but they do bring up a good point about actors needing to shut up about their politics.
That has thrown you in jail, you know. But there's something about having heroes that are unattainable for you. That way they can stay in that magic spot. So I think we've lost magic and mystery and all these things.
Well, it certainly happens when you hear actors talk about politics. Mm-hmm. When actors become activists, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Oy. Oy.
I donate to a lot of charities, mainly children's stuff, but nobody knows it. I don't go to the award show and talk about it when I'm getting my award. It's like Ricky Gervais said in that skit of his, you know, he said, look, you know, come up here, accept your little award, and fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, I think, first of all, unless...
Still based of him who said that. Ricky Gervais, still based. It's true, though. Even though it's funny, it's true.
You have really studied stuff and really know about a subject fully. Who the hell would want to listen to an actor or a musician talk about politics? You know what I mean? It's like, are we supposed to follow this? I mean, if we are, what if they lead you down the wrong road? And, you know, and politically, I call myself a radical moderate. I'm like very strong in my opinions. But my opinions don't belong to any political party. And, you know, I just look at what makes sense. And I think we need a common sense party in this country. That's actually what I think we need.
Yeah.
It's just figure it out. It's pretty easy to figure out what this is all about, you know.
A non-ideologically captured party.
Not wrong about that. I'm really sure that's what we call the independent party, but yeah, sometimes that also slanders to two different parties, which is why they're not wrong about that, though. There should be a common sense party. There should be a party of, you know, critical thinking, being more independent. But we never got that. So yeah, they're right about that, though. And we saw the Jennifer Lawrence one. We understand that one. And there's the Sydney Sweeney. You know, she was getting slandered, all this with the Gene ad. She has to bend the knee, but she doesn't bend the knee. She says pretty much, I don't want to do it. It's like, if I have a problem, I'll let you know. That's all she said. So there you go. So, pretty based, I would say, pretty based for sure. But that's how most people are feeling, I think, even today. I feel like most people are like this. They're in like the middle ground, and I think a lot of actors are finding out that they're just entertainers. They're not actually people that know about situations or politically know what is going on in the world. I think they should just entertain. You know, I'm not a politician. I'm not a political guy. Like, I understand when people stab another person in the back kind of deal. I understand that. You could see that from a mile away when people talk to you. You see the face, you know. You can detect when people are lying to you and kind of deal like that, you know. Sometimes, most of the time. Some actors are really good at it, and it's hard to figure out what they're doing because they're actors. That's all they do. They're pretenders, and they're good at what they do when they pretend. They act. So, yeah, is not telling lies about this one. And that's why Hollywood's tanking so hard now. I kind of want to play
oh dear,
this Critical Drinker video and just see it because he's pretty much telling it how it is. I saw another one with Nerderotic. They were talking about it too. 2025, the year of that broke Hollywood, because it really feels like, yeah, Hollywood is tanking hard. Like, this is their worst year yet. It's getting worse and worse every year, and they're in trouble. They're in trouble. A lot of things are taking over. I don't know if I want to play it. Maybe we'll just play a little bit of it.
Oh, dear.
And then you guys can watch yourself. You know the Critical Drinker. You can see it for yourself. It's called 2025, the year that broke Hollywood.
2025 hasn't exactly been a bumper year for Hollywood, has it? In fact, the recent news that they just recorded the lowest...
It's loading. Real quick, guys.
October box office in 30 years caps off what's shaping up to be one of the most depressing 12 months in cinema history.
Yes.
A year marked by a drastic downturn in new productions in LA, even as foreign markets start to take over, a summer movie season of tired sequels and decline in franchises that never really took off, and a fourth quarter that's delivered nothing but disastrous flops and unwanted propaganda flicks. Damn man, even Sydney Sweeney couldn't save the day. So how the hell did it come to this? We were all told that survive until 25 was the mantra going around Hollywood, that after years of lockdowns and strikes and pandering to the message, this was the year that Tinseltown was finally going to get back on track.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Yeah, so that didn't happen. If anything, their situation seems worse than ever, and there's not much on the horizon that's going to turn that around. So let's take a little look at that October headline and see if we can make sense of it, shall we? According to the Hollywood Reporter, October's seen the lowest box office returns since 1997, when they took in just $385 million.
But yeah, this is what we're talking about. It's doing so bad. I just want to give you a glimpse at it. It's a longer video. It's not too long. It's 9 minutes 12-second, video. It's not too long. But I just wanted to tell you guys, you could definitely check it out yourself. Critical Drinker. I just want to move on to the bigger topics, but yeah, Hollywood is decreasing. It's a lot of factors. It's because, movie theaters are getting more obsolete. You're getting the movie experience better in your own house. There is streaming. A lot of factors. AI is coming into the picture now. Just a lot of things. And a lot of the writing for the movies are starting to get stale. Because a lot of the independent content creator, like the YouTuber or anything else, more people are watching that than they're watching a movie or a TV show, because they love the interaction, as well as I think just people want to see other people and feel the same thing they feel in some way. I think that's what it is. And when you see a movie, like an actor talking about that part in what he was, and they splurb all their activism or all their political messaging into it, it really turns you off. You're like, I don't want to listen to this. I want to listen to about his craft of like how he did it or how she did it in some way, No one wants to listen to that stuff. And most of the time, people that deflect that kind of question are probably the best ones right now in the situation, like Sydney Sweeney. She deflected a lot of those things because she doesn't want to talk about, because what does that have to do about my new movie or whatever I did? This is like just getting a clip for a reason to, frustrate the masses when I didn't say this, kind of deal. And that's what's going on with also the media kind of deal, But yeah, I just want to bring that up because we could just hop into the Mario movie then, right? Yeah, let's hop into that. So here we go. Big story, guys. The Super Mario Galaxy's movie trailer honors the game and adds a few twists. So the trailer came out. I don't know if we should watch the trailer. If it gets copyrighted, I'm going to edit out the live stream and it'll be cut. So If it gets cut, sorry guys. If you saw a live stream, it is what it is. But we'll watch it. Just to give more context of the situation, you know? To help you out here. Yes. But yeah, I wanted to give you context on that so you can see what it's about. So here we go. The plot of the Super Mario Galaxies movie. So this is the part 2 of the first movie. Let me tell you straight. I think I put in my critic list review of it on there. If you guys want to check it out, check out my critic list. I review a lot of movies on there and TV shows and stuff. I think I put the Mario movie pretty good. I think I liked it, but it wasn't the best movie. It was a very safe movie. It was good for kids, and it could be good for adults too. But it was very safe. You could tell it was meant for kids. Now, it's fine. It was a fine movie. You know, it wasn't anything too big. It was a special moment because Mario hasn't been since like the 90s with the live action Mario. And it was special. Now, for the sequel, I want it to be bigger and better in a lot of ways. Like I said, the first one had some issues, but they were minor. This one needs to bring it all together. So the plot of it is still a bit vague, despite the hints given in the trailer. In the game, Bowser kidnaps Princess Peach by letting her castle into space and jet streaming Mario to another planet, where the teams up with Rosalina and his old friend to stop Bowser. There are certainly elements of that plot in the trailer, but there are differences as well, such as Peach apparently not being a prisoner and flying around the galaxy with Toad, finding had guys. Like I said, people will say, oh, Peach was a girl boss. No, Peach wasn't a girl boss. Peach lived in that world and went through all the simulations and was a pro at it. She's literally the gamer that's saying, dude, I could speed run this game. I'm good at it because she was born in that world. Mario's a newbie. He just came into the world. That's why he wasn't strong. Peach wasn't a girl boss at all. She was just really good at it because she understood it. Now, when Bowser came into the picture, she never had someone like that attack her before or in any situation. So she needed help from Mario and other people to defeat Bowser. Kind of deal, you know, in the first movie. Sorry, I was muted. But she's not a girl boss. Some of the changes are necessary by the events of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Extended scenes so the tiny Bowser. Yup. So we got a little glimpse of it. My only concern in the trailer, not much Mario. Since it's a Mario movie, not much Mario and not much of him talking. All he said, it's trash to Bowser. Which I was like, it's like, I don't know if Mario should be saying that, but it is pretty funny either way. I don't mind it at that much, but at the same time, I don't see Mario saying that's trash kind of deal, you know? But yeah, a lot of Peach, a little bit of Rosalina, Mario here and there when he was on the bike with Luigi, I guess, but I feel like he didn't talk that much. We got Bowser Jr. That's the new villain of this one, trying to redeem his father. I think he's voiced by some sort of comedian. I'm not sure, but let me see here. Jack Black, Seth. Yeah, that's the thing. Seth Rogen. That was my only problem with the first Mario Brothers movie. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong was horrible. I thought the casting would be hilarious, but when he actually did the voice acting, it felt like he was overwhelmed and he couldn't get the acting well. It felt very, let's just say, it didn't feel really well performed. The Donkey Kong voice acting for Seth Rogen. It felt just his normal voice. It was not much changed. But we got, Chris Pratt was pretty fine. He wasn't bad as Mario. I still would have picked someone else, but Chris Pratt was fine. I liked it. Charlie Day was really good as Luigi. I liked that one. Jack Black was fine as Bowser. He gets a little bit annoying at some parts because it's Jack Black. There's so much Jack Black you can take, for Jack Black. But Anya Taylor-Joy was really good as Peach. Keegan-Michael Kay as Toad was fine. Kevin Michael Richardson as Bowser's henchman. Kamek, yeah. Seth Rogen, and it's probably a good idea not to try to force Donkey Kong into the movie. Yeah, Donkey Kong might not be in this movie for sure. I'd rather have Wario Waluigi at the very end or something, but that's just me. And Danny DeVito needs to be Wario. And Willem Dafoe needs to be Waluigi. I'm putting it out there. As for the new character, Benny Safdie is the voice of Bowser Jr., and Brie Larson plays Rosalina, who teaches Mario the secret of the galaxy. Now, this is where the backlash is having. The people are split on Brie Larson doing Rosalina, which we're going to get into. I don't have a problem with this, like most people online do. I have no problem. I don't know what the problem is with this, really, to be honest. I heard her voice and it was fine. Bowser Jr. looks okay. I don't know why he looks like he's all painted out. He's like a different type of breed of Koopa. It's like we went to Bowser Jr. already and Rosalina. I think we went into Galaxies too fast. I think we should have introduced the Koopalings and other characters, but I feel like they were like, nah, Koopalings, we could just do one Bowser, and it would be Bowser Jr. So, which makes sense, I guess. If it's going to be a movie, it's got to have a lot of characters, but yeah. So, yeah, a lot of people have problems with Brie Larson. And, where is it? Brie Larson is voicing Rosalina in the Super Mario Galaxies movie. Is this a comeback in the making? So, if you guys don't know, Brie Larson, she was Miss Marvel in the Marvels. She's a lot of things. She's an Oscar nominee or winner, I think. She's been in a lot of things. And she's said stuff in the past that really turned a lot of people off about her. She spewed a lot of political BS, like we said before, that actors need to shut their mouths. A lot of stuff like that, and people didn't like her for that. She was getting really annoying. Over time, I think she became disliked. One of those people, like a Karen, didn't like her that much. But I think over the years, she started to be more quiet. She started just promoting her movies and said shut up to a lot of journalists, and she doesn't want to talk about things anymore. And I think the reason why, I don't think she was like that really, but I think she does have some weird political things she says. But I think most of it was the journalist trying to make her look bad. She never, if I recall, she never attacked the fans in any way. She never said anything bad about anything. She just literally said things that were clipped out, and people didn't like it, what she said, which, yeah, it was very annoying. She was becoming a Karen in some ways. So that's what her bad reputation was. Over the years, I think she started to get a little bit more smarter in what she's saying. She started to not talk about those things, and she's coming back, and she's playing a character that she loves, like Nintendo games. She's a Nintendo girl, and she loves, she has her own YouTube channel too, and she loved Mario. Like, Mario Galaxy is one of her favorite games of all time. So this would be a comeback for her. She promoted the Switch 2 and different things, let me show you. There's clips of her actually being a Nintendo fan. So, which we're going to show. Here. There you go. A huge Nintendo fan is now voicing Rosalina in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. What a glow up. See, she's a huge fan. She's a huge fan. She wanted this for years. She wanted to be a character if she could. There's more. Here, check this out. Brie Larson takes Super Mario Galaxy very seriously. This was a few years ago.
I threw my first boyfriend out of my house because I was trying to beat the. I threw my first boyfriend out of my house because I was trying to beat the final level in Super Mario Galaxy. He said that I was taking it too seriously, so I threw him out of my house.
Once upon a time, there was a brave and noble princess named Peach.
So this is Rosalina's voice in the movie. Look, it sounds good. It sounds good. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't sound bad at all. It's fine.
Once upon a time, there was a brave and noble princess named Peach.
I want to hear the story about the plumbers.
We did that one last night.
Plumber.
Okay.
I threw my first boyfriend out of my house.
So, yeah, that's literally the Rosalina part. Where is it? Right here.
Once upon a time, there was a Peach.
The plumbers.
We did that one last night.
Plumber.
Okay.
That's fine. Like, they showed this clip, and I'm like, that's fine. It doesn't sound bad at all. Like, I just couldn't get used to the Mario Chris Pratt. Remember when everyone said Chris Pratt is going to be the worst, everyone's going to hate it, and everyone watched it and everyone literally forgot about it? This is literally the same thing. People are bitching about Brie Larson as Rosalina because it's Brie Larson. Because a lot of people dislike her. Because she started shut-upping. She's shut up now, and she's not talking. But back then, people remember for that. I think she's in her redemption arc, but at the same time, I think she wanted this role for a while. Here's another one. Check this out. She's at Nintendo Universe. Brie Larson, statement about playing Rosalina in the Super Mario Galaxy movie at Super Nintendo World. There's literally... It's literally the internet. She's talking about how much she loves Mario Galaxy. She's not spewing dumb shit and political bullshit here. This is just, she's a fan and she wanted, and it's like a dream come true that she's playing a character in the Mario movie and all this. Yeah. Like, this is why people hate her?
Hello, everyone. So I just want to hold this day in our hearts. Today is May 21st.
May 21st. So this is an older one. So she leaked it back then. She leaked this already back then that she's going to be the voice actress. It's just I did not see this and I see it now.
I'm going in here away from everybody so that no one hears me. But I wanted you to hear from me first that I'm hiding inside a warp pipe right now. I'm going to be in the next Super Mario movie. It's called Super Mario Galaxy, and I play Rosalina. It is an absolute dream come true. I'm sitting here wearing my correct colors, and I didn't have time to color my hair. Sorry, I couldn't go full cosplay this time, but it's a dream come true. I'm so excited for you to see the movie, and I'm just holding it in my heart right now, and I can't wait to share it with you later this year when you'll find out, but right now I know nobody else does. Yay!
There you go.
Everyone.
She literally leaked it, and
So
she's a big fan. There you go. Brie Larson, what is there to hate about this? Seriously, what is there to hate about Brie Larson with this? But apparently there is hate. There's a lot of selfish, mean girl energy going around. Where is it? I'm on the wrong one here. No, not the Billy Bob Thornton. Here it is. We're back with Grace Randolph. Grace Randolph is back, guys. Slams Brie Larson. Mario Galaxy movie casting. Claims actress could tank the film. Well. Where's Mario wearing a cat suit? I never known about that. Where was that even from? Dude, uneducated critics that don't play the games and they don't know what is going on. I'm sorry. And then they have to talk about it. Maybe it's better if some critics that watch these movies, they actually get to play the game and understand its lore. Maybe they should. You know? About that. I don't think I have Grace Randolph. I thought I had a clip of Grace. I might have a clip of Grace, but it's the one where she says, he Vadered. But yeah. Grace, entertainment commentary. Grace Randolph sparked widespread online discussion this week after questioning Brie Larson's casting as Rosalina in Nintendo Illumination's upcoming Super Mario Galaxy movie. Geeks and Gamers covered this controversy on YouTube. Okay. And there you go. There are early reactions of the announcement and drawn significant attention across social media, where fans and industry watchers noted that unusually sharp tone from Randolph, figure who is especially supporting major Hollywood talent. Her comments quickly prompt debate about whether Larson involvement might influence audience reception for the sequel. Randolph's reaction began with direct statements started on November 12th. And this is what she said on her Twitter. If anything can take the new Super Mario Bros. Movie, tank the new Super Mario Bros. Movie, it's Brie Larson. Straight up. That's like straight up. That's what she thinks. Wow. Wow, dude. Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Shit.
Randolph wrote, if anything can tank, yep. The post repeatedly drew views, generally more than 2.9 million impressions within hours, immediately igniting speculation about why Randolph reacted to forceful to the casting. In a follow-up thread, Randolph expanded on her concerns about pushback against the idea that discussing Larson's previous controversy should be off limits. Hate channels are a surge on entertainment and the industry. This is what she said after that. But this idea that we therefore can't say anything. That's what she would sound like. Negative, when there's plenty of evidence to back it up, is insane. I just spent all last week defending Ellie Fanning in Predator and got a ton of hate for defending. Can I see the whole tweet? Let me see. Here we go. Fanning on Predator and got a ton of hate for defending Barbie. Will Super Mario Galaxy 2 be a huge success? Almost certainly. But Brie Larson has a history of making comments on press tours, etc., that are not helpful and turn off audiences. She was also a big part of reimagining the Marvels. No, she wasn't. It was Feige at Marvel. You got that wrong, Grace. A film which gave a good view, but that sequel ruined a billion-dollar character. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
No!
Huh?
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, Grace. Seriously. Oh, no, she's writing more. But this thing, hate channels are a scorch on entertainment and industry. For her, a hate channel would be this channel itself. This is not a hate channel. This is an informative channel with people telling her opinion. She has her own opinion. That's not a hate. This is not a... That means, is her channel a hate channel too? Because she's spilling out stuff too. You can speculate. You can have your own opinion. That is fine. But it's not a hate channel. A lot of people that make these... other YouTubers that make this or other people that make content, commentary or whatever, they actually get some info and try to speculate on the info and try to get a predicament of what is going on. It's like they think we just hate things because we love to hate on things. No, we want things to be better. We want things to be good and entertaining and fun and good and outstanding, where we can talk about for years to come. And like, it would just blow our socks off. We want that. But the thing is, most of the things that are coming out now, they're nothing like that. They're not good. They're trash. Most of the things that are coming out. Once in a while you get one or good things. Like this year, I heard Sinners was really good. Now, F1, I think that's the movie I watched. That one's really good. I highly recommend F1. The new Frankenstein movie, the Del Toro one, I heard was really good. Weapons, the Zach Kreger one, I still got to watch that one too. Like, these movies were really good out of all the shit that came, into the movies. There was some really good movies too, but like, no, people don't talk about, or people talk about maybe the good ones, but they just come and go. It's not memorable. But she's saying that all these channels are hate channels. What is she doing right now? She's literally a hate channel too then. She's hating on Brie Larson. She's jealous of Brie Larson. I don't know what's up. She's not liking Brie Larson. She would probably do the same with Sydney Sweeney. She would do it with a lot of other people. But this idea that we, therefore, can't say anything negative when there's plenty of evidence to back it up is insane. Then why say anything at all, Grace? Why are you calling this a hate? Why are you calling people that tell you how it is, informative and truthful, hate channels? Grace, I'm sorry. You're contradicting yourself here. Grace, that means you would be a hate channel too. You're a critic. You're a critic, so you criticize and review and give your own opinion. If the movie tanks and you don't like the movie, that's your opinion, okay? If you don't like the movie, that's your opinion. If you like the movie, that's your opinion. Now, if it's a good positive review, it's not a hate channel. But if it's a negative review and you didn't like the movie, now it's a hate channel. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Can't go the other way around. Wow. That's insane. That's insane, dude. She's... Oof. The Post stood, sequel ruined a $1 billion character. The Post stood, but because Randolph has often defended permitted Hollywood performers from online criticism, in this case, the emphasis, can we just have actually normal thinking conversations where it actually makes sense? A lot of things don't add up, Grace. I'm just saying. Emphasized, she roundly received pushback by defending actors. She noted, I just spent all last week defending Elle Fanning in Predator, blah, blah, blah. The reactions to Ralph's comments have been swift. Some viewers agreed with her concerns, while others were surprised to see such a direct warning from a commentator known for supporting industry favorite talent. Larson, meanwhile, has not publicly commented on the casting reaction. Illumination and Nintendo have also not issued statement regarding the decision. Yeah, Grace Randolph spewing just dumb shit. Not actually thinking about what she just said and this just destroying her own argument. Absolutely insane. Brie Larson, good for her. Redemption arc is good. I think she's going to kill it as Rosalina. She's going to do well. I think she's going to do good. I don't hate it at all. Like a lot of other people do, like Grace. I don't. I think it's going to do good. I think this movie is going to do a lot. It's going to do well. You know, kids are going to love it. Maybe adults that did play Mario Galaxies back in the day on the Wii, they're probably going to like the little like Easter eggs and stuff, you know? But yeah, I think it's going to be a good movie, you know? To be honest, I'm more excited for the live action Zelda. I think that is going to have more meat on the bone since it's probably going to be like a PG-13. It's going to be like an older one, I think. I think that's going to have more to it. Mario movie's fine. It's more for kids. I understand. But I think Zelda is going to be the one that I think is going to be a bit more interesting to me personally. But yeah. Yep. And there we go. Grace Randolph and Brie Larson. There you go. That was crazy, dude. That was absolutely crazy with that. I couldn't believe that. All right, guys. So, next topic. I think I have to open Discord for this one, guys, because I think I have this on my Discord. Let me open my Discord real quick. On the community side. Let me try to find it real quick here, guys. So, I'll just bring this up real quick before we go to the next big topic. Because there's a couple of games that were shown. Couple of games that were shown at the PlayStation State of Play Japanese event, which I heard was really bad. And I did watch it, and it was really bad, to be honest, too. So, I'm going to bring this up real quick here. All right, I'm on my Peti Kish community on Discord. You could check me out there. And we have some games that came out. We're just going to go through them real quick. So they finished State of Play with Elden Ring, Night Rain, The Forsaken Hollows. I think this is like a DLC or something, or an update. It looks cool. This might have been like one of the coolest things there, maybe, I guess. But it was just there, and it just went, and it's like, okay, cool. It's coming. And then we had Octopath Traveler 0. Looked really nice. Probably not going to play it, though. But I like the environments and the pixel art animation. Looked really neat. Nevergrave, The Witchland of the Curse. This looked cool. It's like a 2D Castlevania, Metroidvania kind of game, you know. Looked cool. Pac-Man World 2 repack with Sonic and Pac-Man team up. Looked interesting too. Like I said, a lot of just DLC or games here and there, but it's not like anything big. Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly remake. Looked cool. You know, it's Fatal Frame. If you like Fatal Frame, you're probably going to like this one. You know, it's very niche, but I think people will like it. And then Dragon Quest, was it 3, 7? I don't even know. Reimagined. Followed the trailer. So it's a reimagined. I like it that they're actually doing, you know, the Dragon Quest. It's not a remake. It's actually called Reimagined because it is the same story, but different one. This is what Final Fantasy VII Remake should have been called. Final Fantasy VII Reimagined. If you had that on it, I think more people would be more forgiving than what we got now. So, yeah, so it's a reimagining. So we know that at least, you know. I had to sneeze and blow my nose. Holy crap, dude. I'm not muted? No, I'm not. Okay, good. All right. But yeah, that was at the State of Play of Japan. And then they had this, but this was a different thing I found. This is an indie game. And Mick Gordon, legendary composer for like the new Doom games, posted this. And this game looks really badass. It's called Defect. And this is extended gameplay. It looks like an extraction shooter, single player, multiplayer, different elements. But it gives you the Blade Runner kind of style, like the Blade Runner movies. That style, that dark, eerie, cyberpunk world, like Blade Runner. And it just looked really good. And the music, holy shit, it hypes you up. Like, this game looks sick. I wishlisted us on Steam, and I couldn't believe it. I'll show you guys. It's so sick.
Pizza and
oh,
wings?
we got commercials.
Yeah, those are good.
Fuck.
Pair it with family and friends, even better.
Sorry,
Throw in a
guys.
cozy
We got commercials. Because this goes like that. Okay. Can we zoom this? There we go. Adjusting. Here we go. So this game is called Defect. And it's an indie game. And it looked really cool. I wanted to show it off. Check this out.
Green light, 50 seconds. The system approves infiltration and data harvest. High-value criminal elements control the entire block between Figueroa and Lincoln. Multiple suspects in the stacks. Infiltrate and harvest. I will guide you in. Serve and protect. And the system will set you
Dude, this atmosphere is insane. This is so high. Mick Gordon's crazy.
inside. Apprehend and pursue all suspects. The system requires you monitor all fellow officers for deviation. It is your sworn duty to report any agitation, any disobedience, any emotion. The system is always watching.
Everyone
Foolish.
Welcome to the grinder. You think you're brave? Law-abiding citizens, we have guests.
Dude, I love this. This game has a vibe already. I'm like, wow. I love Blade Runner. This is sick. You know what it reminds me of too? Half-Life. Dude, imagine if Half-Life was like this. Holy shit.
That's the first data drive. Marked.
Running a bypass.
Half-Life, Killzone. What's another one like this? Halo, I guess. Like, the vibe's crazy.
Floyd.
Cyberpunk 2077. Yep.
Suspect inside is jamming our system access. Breach and clear the apartment. Weapons hot.
Get your hands up!
Let me see her.
No hesitation.
Please help! So get down! What did they promise?
I'm going to skip a little bit because I want to show you what the action part is. Because we got to go to other topics. Breakable environments. Yo, it also reminds me of, oh, I forgot what it's called. It's like a bullet game with the girl in it. I forgot what it's called. Fear. It reminds me of Fear.
Prosecute. With extreme prejudice.
Fuck you, man!
Consciousness transfer approved.
No, no, no!
Oh shit, you could take his... You could see what he sees. Take over his consciousness. That's crazy, dude.
Just need to get up to 460.
I'll Alameda PD is tracking multiple gang units converging on your position. Floor 80 and above are locked down. Data cubes will access the system mainframe, wipe the drive, and reboot the block.
Nightclub. That's where it's gonna go down, baby. That's the evil Uka Uka mask from Crash Bandicoot. It sounds like it. He's pissed off, and this is where the beat's gonna drop hard. Oh shit, for 8 arms? Oh no. What have they done to you? Defect. Wishlist now, guys. Wishlist this game. Looks amazing. Hands down, looks like a good time. It looks good. So definitely check that out for sure. All right. Let's talk about... I don't know where I'm going. Let's talk about this Valve new showing. So Valve literally showed, so it was like a secret going around there. Valve has some sort of interesting things to show coming out. That they have something, a secret coming out, Valve, about something. And people are like, oh, it's the Steam Deck 2. Well, it wasn't the Steam Deck 2. It was more than the Steam Deck 2. We got a controller, a new VR headset, and a new PC, like a mini PC. Because I see people say, oh, it's a console. It's a hybrid console. No, it's just a mini PC. Straight up, it's a mini PC. Let's be honest, it's not a console. It's a console, I guess, if you want to play it with your, on your monitor or on your TV, kind of deal. Because it's small. That's why they want to call it a console. But it's not a console. It's a PC. Let's be honest. So, this is the trailer for it. Let's check it out.
Hey everyone, this is Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our powerful, portable, handheld gaming PC that lets you take your Steam library with you anywhere. We're pretty proud of it.
Steam Deck is a better choice, in my opinion, than a Switch 2. That's just me, though. Steam Deck's pretty sick.
People who own Steam Decks have been playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you. We're excited to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today, because this isn't a video about the future of Steam Deck. This is a video about the future of Steam hardware.
Oh well,
today,
these two.
We're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All are optimized for gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026. Let's start with this one.
So this is the Steam controller.
This is the new Steam controller.
This is the new one.
The new Steam controller puts all of your Steam games at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want. Just like with Steam Deck, we want you to be able to play any game with your Steam controller,
mouse pad.
Even games never built with a controller in mind. It has all the great features from Steam Deck, like trackpads, gyro, and back buttons, all in a comfortable form factor. Its next-generation magnetic thumbsticks let you play with improved responsiveness and longevity. We've put capacitive touch sensors on the thumbsticks and now on the back of the controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your thumb, or your pinky if you're feeling fancy. Play for way too long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35 hours of playtime. With Steam Controller, we want to make charging and wireless pairing something that's actually easy. That's why we created the Puck. The Puck is a combination wireless adapter and magnetic charger included with every Steam controller. Snap it on to charge, Once you're
I like
charged up,
that. I like
snap it
that.
off again.
That's
you can
cool.
play over Bluetooth or a wired connection too.
That's cool.
The new Steam controller works with
Sorry,
any
I'm losing
device
my
running
voice,
Steam
guys.
or Steam Link. Whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam Machine. Oh, this is the new Steam Machine.
There you go, guys. This is it. Everyone's talking about the Steam console, the Valve console. Or I call it the Gabe Cube.
Steam Machine is a powerful gaming PC in a small but
Gabe.
mighty package, designed for your games
Gabe
on the big
Cube.
screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, powered by a
Nice.
discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck, like lightning-fast sleep and wake, an SD card slot to easily expand your storage, and brings some new tricks of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software you want, and it works.
It literally says in the video, Steam Machine is a PC. The Gabe Cube is a PC. So I don't know why I see all these people in their thumbnails and in their titles. Oh, Steam's making a new console. It's not a new console. It's a PC for newbies. It's a gaming PC for noobs. That's just what it is. I'm sorry, that's what it
Works
is.
with all your favorite desktop and gaming accessories. Steam Machine is designed to work hand in hand with the Steam controller, with the low latency, wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in. And it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep, this is Steam Frame.
Oh, that's Steam Frame. That's the VR headset. Okay. It looks comfy, but I don't know. I'm not a VR guy though.
Steam Frame is Valve's next generation VR hardware. Stream all your Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up. Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking.
Now, I think this is only battery powered, if I'm wrong. I don't think you can connect and charge it. Like, I think it's all wireless. I would like it to be cabled at some parts. I know some people will say, oh, it's better if it's wireless because you don't trip on the wires. But I kind of want still the cable, you know? I don't want it to be like, oh, I got to charge my thing where you just plug it in and play, you know, kind of deal.
For all your fingers, as
That's
well
just
as a
me, though.
split gamepad layout to work with your whole Steam library. They even feature the same magnetic thumbsticks as Steam controller for responsiveness and longevity. Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly with the new Steam controller, a great companion for playing non-VR games in the headset. To make sure streaming is smooth and stable no matter what, Steam Frame includes a wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from your PC to your headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connection. And the game is streamed to your frame optimized for VR, using new technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC, running SteamOS. In addition to streaming, you can install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset.
It's a
without
Linux
host
OS
PC.
Steam.
You can also expand your onboard storage.
Like on the Steam Deck, you could do the same thing. It's a Linux Steam OS, but you can still play, if you want Windows, you could still have Windows on it. So that's what I'm saying. There's so much you can do with a PC that the console market is nothing compared to the PC market now, because there's so much opportunity and so much things you could do, options you can do on a PC than on a console. And a lot of people that go into PC, they can't go back to going console. That's with me too. Like when I built my PC, I was like PC the PC Elite right here, like all day now, because I saw the makings of it when the new consoles were coming out. I was like, you know what? I don't know why, but I am getting a PC and I'm building one. But after a while, I think I was right. Even then, it was like 2018, 2019, I built my PC that time frame. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to build this PC. It's going to last me a couple of years, and I'm going to get a new PC later. But the thing is, it's been really well. Like, I've loved my PC, and it's still love it even today. So I have no problems with it. Now, with consoles, you don't have this luxury anymore because all you have is the games. The web browsing is ass. Like, a lot of things about it is bad. And that's why the rumors we saw that Microsoft might be doing like a PC hybrid console is because they see the PC market being more superior. Microsoft's hopping on the PC market, and everyone's going to be like, you know, they're seeing the future of what is going on, even though their software is not the best right now with Microsoft and Xbox. But they see that the PC market is where it's at for the future. Consoles are still going to be a thing, but the consoles are just going to be PCs now, straight up. They're just going to be PCs. They are PCs pretty much now. They're just with their own OS systems.
To fit even more games with a micro SD card. Steam controller, Steam machine, and Steam frame. All built with the same DNA as Steam Deck. All powered by Steam, work together
so
is the culmination
Valve
of
just
what
made an
ways to enjoy
ecosystem of all of these things that you can do. These are going to be expensive. Straight up, these are going to be expensive. Let me get the thing out about Steam. Let me see here real quick. Okay. So, how much do you think this is going to cost, guys, for Steam? Because this, Valve officially reveals the Steam machine. Console-type machine that plays your Steam games over 6x the power of a Steam Deck, 4K 60 frames with FSR, 512 gigabyte or a 2 terabyte option, runs Steam OS but can install Windows, like I said, Zen 4 CPU, RDNA 3 GPU with 28 CUS and 16 gigabyte RAM. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. I would have gone maybe a 32 gigabyte RAM, but okay. Early 2026. Okay. This could be good if you're if you want to just like hang out with your friends and go on a TV and then play games. This could be fun. But the thing is, how much is this going to cost? That's where it's going to be the problem. They don't even, it's coming. You know, maybe you can, I don't know, you can't even pre-order it yet. Maybe you could. I don't know. I haven't checked. But it's coming in 2026, but no date or how much it's going to cost. They're doing the Switch 2 thing where, here we go. You don't know how much it costs. You know, you got to wait because this is going to be expensive. You already know this is going to be expensive. The 2 terabytes going to be easily $1,000. Now, the 512 gigabyte, I could see it being $800 to $900. That one. The 2 terabytes going to be easily $1,000 or more, for sure. Now, the controller probably going to be $100 something. And the VR is going to be the most interesting. I think that one, I'm not sure how much it's going to cost. My guess, VR, I feel like VR is so niche now. The price could go lower now. Because I remember when the Valve Index came out, it was like $1,000. I don't think it's going to be $1,000. I think it's going to be, I think it would be a nice 500, 600, maybe a 700, but that's pushing it. I think that's what's going to be the Valve, I don't know what it's called, the VR headset. But yeah, I think this just literally showed the gaming industry that Valve is literally a competitor. It's not public. It's a private company. So you can't get stocks in it either. But it's private and they are not messing around. They have the money to do this now. And I think this is going to be niche. I think it's going to sell well. I don't think they're going to make a lot in the beginning, which is going to sell well. But most people just are going to use their PCs, to be honest. But this is a nice like add-on, like the Steam Deck. Of course, it is a nice add-on. But if you already have a Steam Deck and a PC, I think you're already good. These are just not necessary, but they're just there if you want to have it. It's not necessary. It's just an accessory, I would say. It's an add-on if you want more of your gaming experience on PC. So it is nice that you're giving options, you know. And yeah, don't mess with Valve, I guess. And there's rumors that Valve is doing also Half-Life 3, which will be shown. I don't know when, but will be shown soon? I don't know. That's what I've heard. I heard rumors here. I've heard this for years, but it's more and more coming up that Half-Life 3 is coming. Maybe this is what it's going to be connected with Half-Life 3. I don't know. That would be a big money seller right there, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah. Very, very interesting. Xbox, Phil Spencer saying, you know, about what they announced, that he's congratulating them. It's like literally Xbox, bruh, done for, dude. Like there's no competition anymore. Everyone's just congratulating each other, you know, kind of deal. But yeah, that's what it is. That's what's going on with that. But yeah. All right, let's get to the last topic of today, guys. We're going to watch a trailer of it. So Naughty Dog has their 40th anniversary retrospective video. And to be honest, this video, I did watch it. I will watch it for you. I can't speak. I will rewatch it with you guys. It's super underwhelming, and it doesn't feel, they're trying to hit you with your nostalgia feels, jangling of the keys. You're like, you remember us? We're that company you loved back in the day that made Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, Last of Us, and now Intergalactic, a prophet, or Heretic Prophet, or whatever it's called, you know? Remember us? We're 40 years old now. Yeah, but it's not the same. It's not this. Those people are not working there. The people that have been, you know, have gone. It's not the same. It's not the same as it used to be. It's a completely different environment. And it's just nasty now. I don't know. Naughty Dog is not the same. Naughty Dog used to be one of my favorite companies. Back in the day, they made one of my favorite games, and now I just look at it as, yeah, it's just Naughty Dog. I really don't care anymore about Naughty Dog as much anymore. So, yeah, it is very disappointing where Naughty Dog creatively had so much imagination in the beginning, and it started to get more of like, they're going into like this movie route where I think Uncharted was the beginning, but I really liked Uncharted then because it was new and fresh. Last of Us is where it started to get a little weird with that. You know, it became too realistic, and it I don't know. It lost its essence. I would say its creativity. It's not naughty anymore. It's more PC friendly, dog.
Crash Bandicoot.
Is there a problem?
No, just How do you make it go?
Why did they make Nathan Drake so dumb? I know this was a reference to Nolan North being really bad at games, but they didn't have to make Nathan Drake so retarded.
Start button.
I knew that.
Can't play games. Whatever.
One of the greatest accomplishments of Naughty Dog is just the games that we make. And having done it for 40 years.
Yeah, that's a long story, right?
I mean, look, it's impossible to talk about 40 years of
Neil Cuckman's here.
Naughty Dog without talking about where it all started. Jason Rubin and Andy Gavin, as high school kids, decided to just make their own games. They saw something was missing in the game industry, and they wanted to leave their mark.
I was in Hebrew school at the time, and there was this guy, Andy Gavin. He was in my Hebrew school, and he was a much better programmer than I was, so I'd ask him questions.
Get the nerds back in here. Get the activists out of gaming and get the real nerds back in games. I'm telling you, these were the OGs. Get them back in there.
Issues and
computers were so new then, and most of the games were in arcades and stuff, and we were 12-year-old guys who this stuff was all new and cool, and we were just like, well, let's make some.
And that turned into a drive cross country to California, during which we created, I guess, or at least came up with the concept of making a character action game that ended up being Crash Bandicoot.
So Crash, the idea of the game, we definitely knew we wanted to make it like a cartoon character. We had this idea that
Crash Bandicoot, it's the game that journalists cannot beat. I'm telling you right now. It's a hard game, and it was definitely ahead of its time. I know Super Mario 64 came out the same time almost frame as the PlayStation 1 with Crash Bandicoot, but Crash Bandicoot had something, that cartoony feel, that like Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, or Donald Duck, or Daffy Duck, my bad, Daffy Duck. It had that Looney Tunes feel to it, and I really liked it when I was a kid. Oh my god, I played so much Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot's probably easily one of my favorite mascots of all time. Easily. He was one of my favorites. He's not a mascot anymore, fortunately, but he was definitely there. I loved the hard part. It was hard. Mario was hard, but I thought Crash was even harder, especially with the 3D format. It was very, very difficult, you know. It was a difficult game, and if you wanted to 100% it, you would have to go all out. It was a very difficult game, Crash Bandicoot. And I look fondly on it, and it's still good. You play the Crash Insane Trilogy, it's still good. Crash 4, it has moments here and there. It's okay, but you know, there was other Crashes along the way, but Naughty Dog, when they started the 3 Crash games, those were just phenomenal. They're so good. They're easily one of my favorites for sure.
we could like take some kind of animal that was like cute and kind of a little cool and sort of obscure with like maybe like a cool name or something, that if we made this character based on it, we could sort of like own the animal.
I remember when they were pitching to Sony, and it was a really big deal.
Crash
I
Racing.
remember
Yeah,
Jason saying, you know, they're treating us like rock stars.
So after Crash, we had this tremendous pressure to follow up and make our next groundbreaking
Jack and
title.
Daxter, yep.
I remember we were brainstorming and pitching ideas.
I love this. This was, I think Jack and Daxter was, I would say, in my middle. I was like a kid, but I was still like, I would say I was in between my teenage years and a kid. And this was so a different departure from Crash, but it still had that Crash feel to it, but it was so different because it felt more mature. It had a more mature vibe to it. It's like as I grew, the games got more mature, and I thought that was cool. I liked it. Jack and Daxter is phenomenal. I really like Jack and Daxter, even though it got weird a little bit towards the end. Crash 1, 2, Jack 1, 2, 3, and Jack X. I loved all 4 of those.
And one of our animators sketched out this elf-looking character, and another one sketched out this Otso character.
Good.
And
so good. This is why they can't make Jack and Daxter anymore, because it would be realistic. They forgot how to do the cartoony graphics or do these platformers. They can only use these CGI realistic faces now. Naughty Dog. They can't do these cartoony graphics. I think Neil even said, we tried going back to Jack and Daxter and just we couldn't. We forgot how to do Jack and Daxter. It's like, yo. It's like, this is why I don't want Naughty Dog, if they ever bring back Jack and Daxter, I don't want them to do it. I want another company to do it. Someone different that understands the property.
So that we put those guys together, and that was Jack and Daxter.
Look at that.
When Jack and Daxter came out, there was a lot of excitement because it was PlayStation owners' chance to play a game that is more traditionally associated with like a Nintendo release.
I want information. Where the hell am I? Sorry. He's new to the whole conversation thing.
We wanted to tell a much more detailed story. We wanted a sort of like immersive, like completely creative world that wasn't nearly as grounded. It was driven tremendously by our sort of gameplay goals of having this sort of like seamless, immersive, very beautiful world that you could explore.
We'd love to stay in
It was a great
Ring,
world they
but
created.
we're, itching to get
It
on
was
with our
awesome. What an awesome
In the end,
world.
we learned a lot, and all of this development was just preparing us for our next big title.
Now, Uncharted, at its time, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was one of those games I was like, I can't believe games are becoming movies now. Like, that's how it was. It was like a movie. It was so good. But it played good. It was like Tomb Raider, but written better in some instances. It really did. So, it was good. I saw some parts where I'm like, I don't want Naughty Dog to just do, realistic characters now. I want them to go back to their cartoonish kind of looks too, but they never did after Uncharted. Last of Us, now with the intergalactic one. It's like, can we just go back to Jack and Daxter and Crash Bandicoot? That's where the creative vision was. This was great because of Amy Hennig. And you know what happened to Amy Hennig? She literally got outed out of Naughty Dog because of like differences and different things. Amy Hennig created Uncharted, and it's still one of the franchises she probably will be known for, And of course, Amy Hennig in this video, she's not there. She's not there. Why is she not there?
Hey, yo, what the
Why is
fuck?
she not there, dude?
Huh?
They should have did it since it's the 40th anniversary. Yeah. That's when Naughty Dog went not good, when they fired her and a bunch of other people left. That's when Naughty Dog wasn't the same.
The project was going to be so ambitious that we even codenamed it Big.
Here's the thing, kid. We don't get to choose how we start in this life. Real greatness, it's what you do with the hand you dealt.
Like one of the things I remember as we looked into what the next game is, was there was this list of like, what are the things we didn't accomplish that we want to maybe then take a short list and put into our next game? And I think that just speaks to, hey, we're always looking towards the future, we're always trying to evolve.
If you wanted to do something cool that wasn't like 100% core gameplay, it was just a cutscene. And the goal in Uncharted 2 was like, take all those things that would have been cutscenes and make them playable. And the ambition from there, from like subsequent games, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Every Uncharted game always pushes some new technology, some new thing that we want to do. We're trying to create moments.
It's like a cutscene, but you're playing the cutscene. That's how crazy it is.
We've never seen in games before.
And while the tech has evolved over time, I think there are some core elements that are key to Naughty Dog and our success.
I mean, as I look at the next future decades, what I would really like the studio to continue to be doing is to like build on that legacy and continue to push boundaries and push the envelope in the games and the stories that we try to make.
Now Last of Us.
Oh, The Last of Us is about love. The Last of Us is about the duality of love, how it is.
It's about love and my nose ring. Hey, yo.
No!
Hey, yo. I'm not bashing her, but still. I don't know. Narrative lead co-writer.
The best and
Haley Gross.
worst parts of us.
I think The Last of Us really proved that you can tell a great...
See, for me, Last of Us, I don't really like it as much as Uncharted. I think it's fine, but I'm more of an Uncharted guy. Last of Us 1 was good, but it wasn't... I don't know, something about Last of Us, I wasn't like up in arms about than like the other Naughty Dog games. Maybe I saw the signs even then. I don't know. Because I thought the first one was good, and the second one, the story was all over the place. I wasn't a big fan of the story as much. But the gameplay was pretty good. Gameplay was fine. I always say the gameplay is actually good. But the thing is, there's just the story. It's just, I don't know. I didn't like it that much.
Story within a genre that there's some perception
It's
is
trying to copy like
overplayed or
Walking Dead and like trying to be really personal, trying to be more mature. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. That's why Uncharted 4 had that vibe too after. Like, it was more mature, trying to do something different, trying to be more personal. Yeah, you can do that slightly, but not the whole thing be that whole story, aspect of it. I don't know.
I think people really
don't think
fell
that
in
would
love
work.
with Joel and with Ellie, and going on that
Trying to be like a
journey with
movie.
them was just such an incredible experience.
It means
It's a
a lot
game.
to be able to do that, and part of that is the ability to be able to bring such a talented team together with the singular goal of making amazing experiences.
After all we've been through.
Also, if this gets copyrighted, sorry guys again. Just letting you know, yeah, Naughty Dog's not the same, and that's just how it is.
Everything that I've done.
It's not the same. It's changing. It's changing. It's not the same as it was 40 years ago, kind of deal with Crash and Jack and Uncharted and stuff, It's different.
Sweet Jesus.
Doctor?
What are you doing?
Can't be for nothing.
If you look back at the history of Naughty Dog, like everything that we've done, everything that was done before I even joined Naughty Dog, like Crash Bandicoot, Jack and Daxter, Uncharted, has all given us the knowledge and the tools and the know-how of how to work together to make something like The Last of Us.
Naughty Dog's been around for 40 years.
Yo, so this was the thing people were talking about online about this person. Rachel Snyder, director of the communications. Like, this on her shirt, it's blurred out. I think it's an gay pride flag, but I'm not sure. It's just blurred out, which makes it more crazier that you can't see what it is. I think this is a woman, right? Rachel? Could be a dude. I don't even know. I don't want to be mean, but bruh. This is the non-binary, probably. That's why.
No small feat, especially in an industry so tumultuous as ours.
Very non-binary.
Here's his
Well, there's the shirt again. See, this person too. It's blurred out. You can't see. Oh, you can't see it. Let me move away. Oh shit. It's right here. This guy who's sitting behind me, it's blurred out too. So these shirts are blurred out. What is even saying? Is it something political? Is it something something that maybe people shouldn't see? Maybe it's something bad. Maybe it's a bad word. I don't know what it is, but who knows?
Really long history. It's something to be proud of.
Really
there aren't a
weird
lot of game
that they
studios
blur
that
it
have been
out. But
around
the rest of the other things are not blurred.
that long.
It's really about embodying these characters that are very specific and strong-willed characters, even though they're flawed, and then making you connect with them and their journey in a way that hopefully by the time you're finished with that experience, you view reality a little bit differently.
Oh, this game is gonna be interesting, dude, when it comes out. Holy
With Intergalactic, we're going to move into a world with new characters and new capabilities.
I hope the future holds more of what Naughty Dog has always done, being at the forefront of making entertainment that is of the highest possible quality.
So,
telling the stories it wants to tell with depth and.
No one wants to play this character. This design is horrible. I think this game could have been interesting if they actually made the character. I'm not saying make her attractive, because people are going, "Oh, you're gonna be a gooner. You're gonna attract. It's gonna be attracting." She could have looked like a badass sci-fi character without making her bald or very big. Very. I don't know. It's not really too feminine. You could still make her feminine, but not make her too crazy. Like, they could have made her like since it's in the 80s, it's like an alternative timeline sci-fi 80s. You know, they could go with like with the crazy hair, like 80s style, but also give her look a little more feminine, I would say. I don't know, just something. It's just, it looks like modern day and modern day 80s. I don't know how that, like, they should have made it crazy like 80s, but also with the style. I don't know. They're going with that Kira with the 80s style. I know that with the sci-fi aspect, but I don't know. I would have done something like Cowboy Bebop, like something like that, where the guys actually look like guys and girls look actually like girls, kind of deal. You know, like I don't know, like characters that actually looked like that. I don't know. Like, I think it would have been better if it was more of like a Cowboy Bebop style than this, but I don't know. Just from what we saw, I'm not appealed about this whole thing yet, but I do like the music. The vibe is interesting, but this character here, not feeling it at all. I don't like this character design.
And meaning?
That is the core of our craft.
Here's this person again. I think it's LGBTQ. I think it's a gay pride flag. I think so. It's blurred out.
Authenticity.
I know.
Which is, I don't know why it's blurred out when they're always up for that stuff. You know. Now maybe it's shifting. I don't know why they blurred it out. Why they're putting attention to it. I don't know why.
Our studio will continue to create amazing story-driven, character-based games that touch upon the human experience.
Again, the stuff that we build here is bigger than any one person can make. That's one of the things that makes it special. But at the core of it is just this strive for excellence, of like loving what we do and looking back and being proud of the thing that we made.
The women have made Naughty Dog. There's some in it. A lot of women, though. A lot of women. A lot of women. Some dudes, some cartoons. There you go. And you got butch-ass characters like Nadine, Abby, and now Intergalactic Girl. We got a lot of strong women energy. Yeah, I don't know about that, guys, you know. But that's Naughty Dog. That's Naughty Dog for you. They have another one, which I don't want to pull it too long, guys, but there's another one. You can check it out on my Discord. There's Naughty Dog 40th Anniversary Gallery, Nucleus Showcase. It's just people signing autographs, people fans of Naughty Dog, blah, blah, blah. No Amy Hennig, which would have been sick because I would have talked to Amy Hennig. That would have been sick. Because, like, all my teen years, it was Uncharted, straight up. Uncharted all the time for me in my teen years. Because I really loved Uncharted. When I was an adult, I would say I was Last of Us. If I'm correct, it might have been Last of Us, but something like that. Yeah, my teens was all Uncharted, straight up. When I was adult, it was like Uncharted 4 and then Last of Us. Yeah, games pretty much. That was one of them, yeah. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you, everyone, for coming, watching, lurking. Remember to like the video before you leave. Sub if you're new here, if you like what I do. I thank you so much again, guys. Have a wonderful Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. I think I'll be back next week for sure. And then after that, I think it's going to be Thanksgiving week. So I let you guys know I might do an earlier stream on Thanksgiving week. So I'll let you guys know because I'm going to be busy with family and stuff for that time period. So, yeah, thanks again, guys, for coming. Thank you again that we went through all these topics. There was so much to go through, guys. It's a lot here. So I'll be timestamping all of them in the description and everywhere else. So yeah, thank you again. Have a good one all. What else? And the community posts. Remember to go on the community posts if you want to ask me anything, or if you want to see something or recommend something for me to do on the channel. Go to the community posts, because I will read them if I can, take a glance at them and check them out and see what I can do. If not, I'll do my own thing. If you guys don't care and you still like what I do, I'll do my own thing, and, still more content coming, more streams coming, all sorts of things like that. I'd like to set up more things, in what I can do, but I'm very limited on my time right now at this moment. So I can do things if I can. If I can't, it is what it is. So thank you again. Let's get out of here. Let's have a good one all. Where is my ending? Oh, there it is. All right, guys. Have a good one all. I'll see you in the next one.
Are you not entertained?